Here it is. Here are the dwarves, or really the goblins. The goblins over here, waiting at the edge of the screen. Look, this guy's a mechanic. I feel kind of bad about these goblins. They're all almost 300 years old. They're all in their mid-200s. And they're all gonna die. Quick, check up on the mayor! Well, alright. By the way, we did have some more migrant waves come in. We are currently at 150 population. Roll on down. Goblin, where are you? There you are. Aha!
Dwarfs.
Yay! I love dwarfs! Curses! Thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. And hello, welcome. Hang on. The Hankosha, hello, welcome. You might not believe me, and I'm walking a fine microcline here, but I shall say, and take this as a orpiment, you've got a nice fort, Gabro. It's in a pericles of its own, and I marvel at its grandeur. It's the Scheist and I the Firelight. It'll be a dacite of legends. Just chalk it up to skill, and I'm certain I know what I'm talking about. Now, I've got to jet, because it's getting late into the Alunite, so don't take your fort for granted. Remember to anhydrate, and nothing you do is rutile. I thought that was a bot ad account at first. I kind of assume it's a Dwarf Fortress copy pasta, but it's still pretty good. Second clap. I'm into it for the bad puns. The rock puns, hell yeah. That was the most rockin' set of puns I've seen in a minute. Oh, excellent. And molecular nanoscientist, hello and welcome. And quick mayor check. We've got Goblin over here. Kind of annoyed right now because he's caught out in the rain. I can see he's still disdaining romance. Healthy. He right now is he has a couple of unmet needs. He wants to be with his family. He wants to be with his friends. He wants to go do some martial training, you know, practice beating things up. It seems like he's not staying occupied, though, so if he isn't doing any job stuff, I don't know why he's not spending his time to be with family and friends. He's just purely he's sitting around in his mayor's office, not doing anything, just kicking his feet up on his desk, and complaining about not being able to talk with his family or anything. And Goblin, if you're gonna goof off, like, you can go talk to family instead. I'm a martial arts mayor. Of course I have friends. Wait. Yep. Friend check. We can see right here. Goblin's friends with a chat miner and a chat weaver. Everyone else, though? Everyone else he knows, he's just passing acquaintances. Kinda saying. He doesn't even have a lover. Loverless Goblin. Though he does disdain romance, so I suppose it makes sense. I also like that he's not greedy, even though he's constantly wanting to make crowns. Off you say so. 7 hours, 17 revisions, original copy pasta I created, 20 stone puns, exactly 500 characters. I do it firmly for the bit. Very good, excellent, time well spent. Blame it on a Fey mood. Oh.
Here's Streamer. Have a tiny bit of dopamine knowing that I've chosen to sub, even though I'm sure I already was.
Well, Bon Rocco, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. And now that you've hit 3 months, you can go to the Discord and request a subscribble from me. It's true. And Thank you. Appreciated. Now, since I've gotten in all of these migrant waves and I've set up these other squads here, I'm going to do a little bit of a dwarf check, which is somewhat hard to do. Pull it off to no civilians, no soldiers, and then all civilians. Though, none of the lizards are going to be able to get over here, so they don't really count, but really technically too, I should have all of my archers all head to this safety burrow as well, but they take a little bit more of a hot minute to identify, but you can tell who they are based upon them holding their little bows. I suppose I'll go ahead and maybe set them to ready. Maybe we'll go ahead and just have them burrow anyway. Stay safe, boys. That one's got a bow. Really, then we're looking for people in green. All of our people that are on this archer team are all in green. The rest are not holding bows, though, so it makes them a little bit harder to identify. Maybe I won't worry about them. Maybe we can even say, hey, they'll be fine, right? Oh, wow! Hang on, I'm getting an important text message. Hi, name a star at starregistry.com and, give the ultimate Valentine's gift. Wow! Dude, does anyone need a star to give as a Valentine's gift? 'Cause I sure don't. It's January. Note the time, though. Currently the 18th. A month away from Valentine. Heck off, Valentine's! Stop! No, but I'm still looking for a Valentine's. And then you look around to the crowd. Any takers? Anyone around that, needs a date to the Valentine's Day ball? Hello? Everyone, though, quickly turns their head away, sheltering their eyes. They all need a date, too, but they're too embarrassed to say anything. As I continue scrolling through all of my dwarves here, dwarf with the bow, check them. Looking for more green. Nah, this guy's in the safety zone. These are other guys out here in full-out fancy armor. Those are guys who are proper military dwarves. We don't want to force them into this safety zone. Chat music maestro, that is not an archer. Chat sword swinger, not an archer. I think I hopefully got it. Wait. Chat sharpshooter. Stay safe, please. There we go. That should hopefully be all of them. Alright, that's activated. Unpaused. They'll all head down to the base area. We'll go ahead then and unlock this door right here where you can see our trap hallway. Let's take a moment to observe. So, what we have set up here is a floodgate to really hardcore lock any goblins that wander down here, and we don't want them to turn around and exit, because after they pass through this initial door, I won't be able to lock it down. These two other doors here are just present there for when there isn't an attack, and I want my dwarves to be able to go through this hallway a little bit faster, then they don't have to walk up and down the entire length. They can just kind of sneak through right here. So, those goblins will wander through here and walk down the hallway, and when they finally make it to where our traps are at, though we do have a missing section of traps here, probably you should either put down more traps here or remove these upper traps so that there's more area the goblins have to walk into before realizing, uh-oh, danger! And then walk on them and die. But we have a lever down in our dining area place where our safety burrow is at, so we can force this floodgate closed and they won't be able to turn around and leave, avoiding the remainder traps. No. They'll have to go in deeper And if they manage to survive through all of these blade sawed traps that we have, they'll walk on our cage traps and be trapped. And even if all of those are triggered, there's still an additional set they have to go through right here. So they'll walk through all of our traps in our trap hallway, go down the stairs, and then get trapped again in order to go any further. So we should be all clear because there should be enough deaths and enough traps that they won't be able to make it. The last time we had a vile force come, only a couple of them triggered the traps because they realized, oh no, danger! And so the rest were too afraid to go in. By the way, did I say hello, Cannibal Cake? I can't remember now because I'm too on the dwarves. I'm high on Dwarf, but hello if I failed. Can you make these vertical like a very deadly pachinko machine? Now, the goblins would not. If I made a bunch of ramps downwards, then they would, but if you're thinking like straight drop chutes, what I would need to do is, say, have some water that I would open a floodgate for, and then all of the water would force all of the goblins down into those drops. And in which case, yeah, we could make it kind of like a very deadly pachinko machine, but at that point, it would just be just a super long drop that I could make them go down just hundreds of elevations, and they just splat upon making it to the ground, viscera everywhere. Now, since we've got this door unlocked right here, I'm going to draw back. We have a drawbridge right here at our main entrance that we're going to want to close up. So I'm going to hop on over to our safety zone that's right here. You can see because it has all of the stop signs. And we're going to pull the front gate lever. Missed front gate top. Right here, hard to see. I thought about the fact that there are mods for making these smoothing tiles be a little bit more transparent. And I'm pretty sure I thought I should probably get that mod, and I didn't. So we have full-on maximum opacity smoothing tile indicator. And hi, John. Hello, welcome. Oh no, Pachinko and Dwarf Fortress. The only way the dwarves can gamble when vile forces arrive and we force them down the pachinko chutes. I don't think you can enable the mod unless you make a new world. Wow! Oh! Foiled! Oh, man. Here I was thinking that you probably could, since it isn't really a gameplay mod. But I don't know, I've never modded Dwarf Fortress before. I'm now going to pull the front gate lever. And our burrow is on. So everyone should be heading back over here to hang out. And let's go ahead and jump back on over to these vile forces. Right now there are only 3, because they are just showing up. So they haven't been given the opportunity for everybody to show up quite yet. Make the drop big enough that they break their legs, then release the lizards on them. Goddamn, if only. Oh man. We'll come back to it in a minute. We'll go ahead and take a look at our snake room, our snake shed, you could say, in just a minute. But for the moment, let's focus on the goblins and the Goblin Blender. I hit play. Oop, I thought I had one of these guys locked on. There we go. Now I do. And we can watch them as they slowly enter. Oh! I pause. Something else that we should do as well is go ahead and drop down here, nearby to where we've got our traps laid out, and these traps laid out. We'll go ahead and check our 2 military teams and say, hey, go ahead and fort up over here in this corner. get ready if I want to bring you out to battle the guy. You know what? Since we have this little tiny square hidden around the corner, let's stick them all in here. We'll have them wait in here. Perfect. Let's go back over to these invading goblins, of which all of them have bows. Where are the guys with the swords? Unfortunately, I did not finish building the fence around all of our animals. So if anyone doesn't make it into the trap hall and get manage to get locked in, then they might wander over and kill them. You can see I've flattened down an area so the animals would have a little bit more space and so it'd be easier to put up the wall, but straight open, it might be a rip animals situation. And maybe it's going to be even worse for the animals now and make it harder for them to run away and escape. And I do also still have some dwarves out here. Manfred? Manfred, what are you doing? Oh, wait, no, I think Manfred might have gotten a gaze on one of those goblins and is now running away. Didn't make it back in time to safety, unfortunately. I'm cleaning the kitchen! Manfred, this is nowhere near the kitchen. You're making excuses. Can see she is terrified while in conflict, so one of the goblins must have spotted her. Oh, Manfred. Hopefully the goblins leave you alone and continue their attempt at entering. Oh. We've got our first goblin walking in. We look at the Goblin Blender Hall. We observe. Oh my god, this guy's going so fast. Did he just narrowly avoid that falling boulder, or did he get hit here? Oh, yep, he dodged it. He missed. The spinning quartzite falling from above. He dodges. He sweats nervously, noting the falling boulder. Well, at least I managed to avoid that, he says, going in, and then getting cut by several of the saws. Or did he? Did he dodge all of them?
Great.
Is that the sound of the blender going off? Thank you, Manfred, for the bits. Yeah, this guy's crazy. He's just dodging all of these. But it's fine, because guess what he can't roll out of the way of? I'm pretty sure, I hope, I point on over to the traps. You were hoping for a longer sound? Yeah, the TTS is pretty good at being quick and snappy. For if you just have one combined word like that. Oh no! I think this guy's... Oh. Uh-oh. I think maybe Stugleaf is not locked into the safety zone. Maybe he's not burrowed. Stugleaf. I'm looking through. No, he is registered to the safety zone. He just didn't make it back in time. I'm sorry, Stugleaf, but I think you're going to die. That's unfortunate. We also have a couple of Really, it's the kids. These dang kids never want to hang out where it's safe. Though we do also have Law of Tsunami here, not hanging out in the safety zone either. These dang dwarves. Just not why. Like, look at all of them. Guys, seriously? I guess it's because they're so far away they didn't make it back to the base in time. This is the issue here. Nothing I can do for them, though. Because I don't really want my forces to go out. You know, there's actually not that many goblins. I probably could bring my guys out to fight them. But I really want to see how this Blender's doing, you know? Do I have a shortcut for Blender? I really should. Hold on. Go back over. Uh-oh. It looks like that guy did not have continued success in avoiding the discs. Looks like he did get hit by some of them. He lost hold of his boots and his sock, getting struck in his left upper leg, and the severed part kind of sailing off into an arc, and then oops, there goes his other right upper leg, and the severed part also whoosh, there it goes. And so, losing both of his legs, he falls over. Probably on top of another serrated disc. Because then it strikes him in the upper body, tearing apart the muscle and tearing apart the heart through his giant opossum leather. His artery opened, his major artery in the heart opened as well. It then continues striking him in the lower body, tearing apart the muscle, and spilling her reeking guts. Oops, oh dear. The goblin looks sick as they're just falling over, unconscious. I'm not even sure. Is there any remains of this poor goblin? Just completely mutilated, in terrible shape. It is spattered with their blood, frozen blood, coated with ice. It is spattered with frozen blood, just so much blood, so much frozen blood. A child does as it pleases? Apparently. Because they're all kind of still chopped up in separate groups, I don't know if they're all going to make it. I think this guy's probably going to get shredded up too, right? And they're not going to have the same opportunity. They're gonna round this corner and be like, holy shit. By the way, hello there, Scalabro, welcome! Da 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 da. He sees the boulder. He sweats nervously, thankful that he didn't get hit by that. He rounds the corner. Oops, uh-oh. I just saw him lose something. Oh dear, I see him with the little heart injury. There it is, hovering above his head. Oh dear. The disc he did manage to avoid a couple of times there. And seeing them though, he sweats nervously. Death, his life flashing before his eyes at the idea of death. The disc continuing to miss, until it finally gets him in the left upper leg. Is this the Bowman's log? You're right. I clicked the wrong one. There it is. You can see, yeah. Here we go. They managed to jump away at first, until, oops, it gets their left upper leg. They fall over. Seeing their leg missing, Thief panics. No, gruesome wounds! Be gone, fear! And then they die. Here comes the next goblin. Now, since they're not right here next to the entrance, they can't walk in, see all the gore, and turn around and leave. The next goblin rounds the corner. They see the viscera, concerned. They take a step back, surprised, and then say, no, that looks kind of rotten, that's old, I don't think it's anything. They continue forward. They see the rock on the ground. Also glad that they weren't the one that triggered this trap. They turn the corner. They step over the serrated disc trap and go, oh no, what have I done? They turn around to leave. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 goblins in trap hall now. So, let's observe. How many is that versus total goblin amount? Ooh, not looking great here. If I dropped the floodgate now, we would be short on many goblin. Actually, that one's just continuing to turn. Did he just turn around and pick up? Oh no! Wait, what are you doing? Manfred! Were you just inside and safe and you just... Oh no, Manfred, keep running. Go, run away, escape. I turn back over to the trap hallway. Oh no, these guys are leaving. They've changed their mind. They don't want to go in now. I see that there's not tons of goblins left. Maybe now we can go ahead and just send out our military dwarves. I'm not sure we're going to be able to pull in any more goblins. I think what we're going to have to do is extend out either their walkway a little, even longer than it already is, and then put the traps further in. Because we need them to enter, because otherwise if they're able to turn around and escape before we get a good flood of goblins in here, they're just going to make it out. It's not going to work for us. Let's go ahead then and tell our military dwarves to get out here. Because of the number of dwarves that we saw hanging around outside, we're not going to be able to utilize much more of the blender. Or without worrying about our dwarves outside getting injured. Here they come. Da da na 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 na. Oh, and if this is the case, honestly, we should go ahead and open up their shortcut so they don't have to walk out quite as... Really, guys? I guess it's because their routing didn't take effect quite soon enough. It takes them a minute sometimes to register their options. I see there is a goblin just outside here. We'll go ahead and say, hey. Kill these ones. Kill those two. We can get them. Get them. Yeah, go get them, dwarves. I've got plenty of dwarves out here now. Looks like we got one. We did get two of our dwarves injured right there. I can see their little yellow hearts dripping out. Any other goblins nearby? I see there's just the one who looks like they're terribly injured. And oops, there they go. Now, where else are the goblins at? Running away, perhaps? Right here. At least one of them, anyway. Let's have our dwarves congregate outside the trap hall. Checked. Cancel. Move here. Or in this general area. The dwarfs stand guard. They're not over here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's keep one of our group over at that trap entrance, and we'll take our other military dwarf set to take care of these guys. I watch. You can see one of them coming out to try to attack that one dwarf I saw out here, maybe continuing to hunt my poor animals. You can see, I think he's highly focused on this alpaca, and now he's spotted another dwarf, but Steven over here has made it to them, running at them at high speeds. Oh no, he's dying! The goblin, of course, not Steven. Steven takes him out, killing him. Hang on. Dang it, oh my god. He got his name kidnapped. Fortunately, I literally just saw him, so I'm able to fix his name, fortunately. And hello there, GLRP. Welcome. When do you add in gas traps? Good question. And King, hello to you as well. Well, we did have some people that didn't make it. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, we have poor chat doctor surgeon who died. However, I see that there's also some, were lizards that have died too. Unfortunately, I did make them a little snake shed over here. Kind of thinking, hoping that they would see each other and become friends, but unfortunately, they've just kind of fought it out and died. They did not make it back into their little rooms before they decided they needed to battle. Well, rest in peace, Gray and Doss. I like that the two dwarves that managed to get attacked and killed were the two that were named after people in chat. The rest of the were-lizards were all just generic chats. Not them? Well, for anyone who has not been here in the past Dwarf Fortress streams, we have were-lizards out here. I guess we'll find out in the future if they continue to battle or what. Will they be okay in there? Who knows? And Albino, hello, welcome. Well, we'll remove that warning. Turn off that alert. We're still in siege mode. We've got 4 goblins remaining. Looks like one of them is getting beaten down, though, by LSD, our RCPF, and Thonax. Oh, there he goes. Look. There's his ear. Just lying on the ground now. Do you think we could make a... Okay. You know those hats that you can buy around Christmas time that have the fake elf ears? Do you think we could take a pair of goblin ears and make a fake goblin-eared hat? You know, even make it look like a little bit of a disguise, so I could put my dwarves into a goblin disguise and fool any nearby goblins? At least whoever got the lizard has nice boots now. Wear lizard boots. Tending real ears for a hat is pretty sadistic. I mean, my dwarves don't mind it. They look over to goblin ear, they spit, they grab the ear, they hold up 2 of them up to their head and go, hee hee, look, I'm a goblin! They're desensitized. Who's next? Who's still here? We've got one guy. Are they running away? No, it looks like they're cautiously approaching. Kill them. Wait, I realize I have Wing Lizard in my name and I Monka S right now. But Wing Lizard, the reason is this entire base, this entire fortress was created after our previous fortress got raised by a dragon. A dragon came, said, look at all these dwarves, and just set everything on fire. So everything in this fortress was getting named after dragons. So you can see Dragon Slayer of Hope, Dragon Lancers of Comedy. And then we have the Wing Lizard of Striking. Entire group of them. Alert. Oh, Bird Bob! Oh no, Bird Bob's dead. Poor Bird Bob. What are my military dwarves doing? First group. Kill that one. Confirm. That's that second goblin. First goblin. Second military group. Kill that one. Missions locked in. We wait. Suppose we'll want to focus on one of these goblin guys then. Camera locked. Think he's just wandering around cautiously. Just waiting. Or we're now just waiting for our dwarven forces to arrive. Oh no, not the piglet. Aha! Who's the first one? Who are they? Chat Pummeler. Lock on. They race out. They start stabbing the goblin. They win. They walk away, satisfied. Oh, it looks like the other group got the other goblin too. Or the other goblin escaped since they still have their kill mission on. Regardless, siege over, all goblins dead. We're all good now. Orders cancelled. You can go back to what you're doing. We can then also set our burrow to pause. All of those guys are all free now. We're going to want to also jump down there. Here we are. and then pull our lever for the front gate. That way it can be open again, and our dwarfs can escape properly. Which means we now know... Okay, I need to add this as a hotkey. I know it's only one down, but it would still be nice to have. Gonna go down here to the bottom. Shift 8. The blender. Oh, I'm not typoing it. The blender. There we go. Lock on. Now if we ever want to hop on over, we just have to shift F8. So, looking around, part of the reason I kind of left it open up here is, you know, there is a whole lot of magma right here. We could go ahead and make a little set to release lava to fight any incoming goblins, or really any sort of enemy that comes into attack, because, as much as you can roll out of the way of a serrated disc shooting at you from the ground, what are you gonna do about lava? You're going to burn and die. Unless, I guess, you're lava resistant, heat resistant giant or something. We extend the path. Broiled alive! Yes, yes! Alright, hallways being extended. And then on all of these little turn sections, I'm going to go ahead and pick them open and just place a bunch of doors. So I'm going to want to disassemble this trap and disassemble this trap. And these corner sections as well, we're going to want to remove. No, these traps. These traps up at the front here on the left are the ones that I want to remove. That way the goblins don't have as much of an opportunity to turn around and escape. It looks like this first trap section is gone, destroyed, killed too many goblins and it couldn't take it. Discs breaking. They only work for so long before they get destroyed. You know, they can't work infinitely. They're powerful, but not maybe super durable. Did we get that weapon trap? Disassemble that one, and that one. And we'll build it back a little bit further up here. Can you have a lever-operated grates on the floor to drain out the lava or something like that? The grates? Yes. I'm trying to think between the hatch covers and the grates, and if I would have to use hatches. I'm pretty sure the grates you can open and close like that. Yeah, so you would be able to flood the entire room with lava, and then pull your grate trigger to then drain out all of that lava afterwards, so you'd be able to safely walk through. So that is an option. That is a choice. The only thing is, well, honestly, I might say it's fine to lose all of the goblin goods that are all dropped. Just let them burn. I kind of destroy them all anyway in all of these disc traps. And I can't use them for the most part on the other hand. And it would then clean up all the remaining goblin viscera. I'll just let it burn in magma. Take care of it that way. And Baldir, hello, welcome. Wow, Caco sure does hate goblins, huh? That is a shame, because I'm a goblin stan. I flip the lever and a bunch of magma pours down on top of Baldir. Dwarf Fortress is cool. Yeah, I like Dwarf Fortress a lot. Well, we're gonna have to start making some graves for some chat people. And as a reminder for anyone here in chat, if you want to be named, you can go ahead and use the exclamation point join command to tell me that you want to be in here. You look at the dwarves and go, I want to be one of them. And I can name you and you can be one of them. Oh, hang on. This guy got denamed. I hate it when this happens. The bugs that roll in and go, no, we get unnamed. Lizard. I think they were hot. I think the furnace operator was a hot lizard. And am I still alive? I think so. Wee M's. Meowster Rawl is your kid. There you are. Meowster Mustard. You're worshipping right now. Somewhere in the horde of other dwarves, you're worshipping. You are still alive, though. And hello, welcome, by the way. Oh no, I died. But just in time before the lava hit, I could utter one last sentence. More like dork, fortress. And then I weep. Emotional damage at maximum. Oh. Oh. And now we're also going to have a bunch of animal corpses here, too. Dead donkey. Dead goat kid. So this isn't even a fully grown goat. It's a goat kid. We also have a dead poult. Dead baby turkey. It is sad. Just all of my dwarves all of my animals that all got killed. Is this kid fine? Are they just stressed? Yeah, it looks like they're okay. They didn't get hit at all. Oh, look, he's a short, sturdy creature fond of drinking industry. Yeah, a dwarf. Anything else? You have any important memories? Your important memories are from 2 years ago. They were uneasy dwelling upon being caught in the rain. They learned to value decorum. Is that because of the rain? Accepting, remembering, experiencing trauma. Became less anxious. Trauma. Making them less anxious. I guess that's, good turnout to their trauma. I think this alpaca is going to die, though. I'm looking at this alpaca. Is seriously injured over here. Right, upper body cut open. Left rear leg cut open. Right front leg cut open. Liver is fractured. A break in the liver. Poor alpaca. That alpaca, totally doomed. I don't have any veterinarian dwarves, so they're just doomed. Oh. I'm going to miss my chat doctor surgeon. I didn't have a lot of them. Now I'm going to go ahead and unlock everything. Since the attack is over, it's perfectly safe now, guys, to come out here and clean up anything. Then we can have any of our orderlies, any of our haulers or whoever come out here and, again, tidy things up. Take care of any corpses. I think we had what? We were at 150 pop at the start of that attack, so it's like we lost 4 dwarves total, which is then also a result of them not getting back inside the base in time. We almost, or if only there was a secret entrance. It's a shame we have to have our animal den so far over here. I wonder if maybe we should just make a secondary safety burrow, so after I get 2 levels built up around on this fence, put a safety area inside right here and let them run in and then lock the gates, and then just have them waited out in here. Solid 150, so 4 lost ain't so bad. Yeah, it's true. I wonder how did Manfred manage to just run away every time the goblins showed up? Manfred. We also had 3 people get unnamed. I'm hoping none of them. A talented milker, competent gilder, novice woodcutter. I'm hoping, and kind of assuming, honestly, that they weren't Yeah, because I can see Wheelington, Skeelington right here, so I don't know who they were. They don't have any labors marked. So maybe they're just a milker? Chat. Milker? Maybe? It doesn't help when they get denamed, because then they get delabeled too. The other two down here are both people that are a military dwarf. And I'm going to assume this guy, this person right here, was just a generic chat person. So since it says they're a dabbling hammer dwarf, we'll say chat. What of it? Big ham? Chat big ham. And then our other dwarf potentially could have been somebody, because I do know we had a couple people, at least 2 people that were named on spear dwarves. I don't know if this person was one of them. So I'm just going to have to name them as Chet Spear. Hang on. Brittany Spears. I don't remember how to spell her first name, but I'm fast as frick, boy. Yeah, the goblin saw you and you turned around and you fucking booked it. Completely fine. Look at that. 100% healthy. No issue. Manfred, master at dodging. I wonder if you're listed in here at all. As I peek through, we've got Bird Bob, Ravens, Farmer. It would have you labeled as a woodcutter if anybody did try shooting at you and you dodged. Swordsdorf, Recruit, Commander. There's Axe Lord LSD Oni. Swords Dwarves, Were Lizard, Axe Dwarf, Steven, Spearmaster Thonax. Do we still have Thonax? Yeah, we still have Thonax, so they weren't one of the denamed Spear Dwarves. Which, of course, they wouldn't be named Thonax here either if they did get renamed, but still. Wow. Nice job, man, for just running away from them. You were out here the entire time and you managed to actually not get killed. Excellent work. If only you were like the other Manfred in our previous fort, though, where we could wander over to you and see you just absolutely covered in amulets. That would have been a sight to see. What do you even like, anyway? I'm looking over at your preferences. You like saltpeter, bronze, ruby, walrus teeth, cuttlefish, parchments, grates, horses for their strength, and nautilus men for their shells. But no particular types of equipment, so we can't deck you out in more bracelets, amulets, crowns. That would have slowed me down. It is true, especially if it was made out of something heavy. Purring maggots? Detesting purring maggots. Manfred does not like purring maggots. I detest them. It detests purring maggots. Versiday nods. Me too. What do you detest, Versiday? Whee! Versiday. Check. Thoughts. No. Personality. Preferences. You hate cave spiders. Somewhat ironic, seeing as you're a clothier. You do like alabaster, tin, clear zircon, capic wood, bolts, quivers, windows, rabbits for their ability to burrow, spawny dogfish for their dorsal spines, and the words of the subtleties of confusion. When possible, she prefers to consume sweet potato plants, bilberry wine, and kangaroo's milk. There you go. Purring maggots become flapping flies, and I hate those too! Do you just hate insects? God. I mean, I'm sure in the world of the Dwarf Fortress over here, they are, pretty intimidating. Oh, look! Someone made some masterwork iron greaves there. Impressive. And now, this is some sparring from earlier, I think, so we can just close that. Yeah. We're all clear now. Oh yeah, by the way, in this second set of military dwarves, I did make Gritty in charge too, so Gritty is now a head of military, a captain. Caco sounded like Dora the Explorer for a moment there. They don't like maggots. Turn to camera. What do you dislike? I have to know. Oh, here's something else I had started to set up. Was an area to do some misting so some water can drop down onto this statue right here. And then fall, hopefully get drained out into these grates and then get whisked away. I've started the planning for the water movement in order to dump it back over to here, where I've dug out a light aquifer to make a big sort of water tank right here. Then I can open floodgate, fill the water through, and have it drain through. There's the hole right here for the water to fall into. Or again, falls down on statue. And since I have that section dug out, we can go ahead and just make a wall right here with the rhyolite that's just lying right next to it as well. As I peek around a little bit, this is where we're going to build our pumps. We do already have power set up as well. You can see right over here, attached to some millstones, is our gear assembly, where it's going to drop down below, and then we can route the power over to our pumps. And if we need to, we're fortunately at not only an area that has wind power, but gets 40 units of wind power per windmill. So if we need to build a couple more windmills for some additional power, that is absolutely no issue for us. Just fill the exterior with tons and tons of windmills. Let's go ahead then and keep playing. Watching the dwarves dig out our trap route. We need this upper area dug out in particular. Do I also have, I know I have a grave area. Which, do I have a hotkey for that? Watering lizards, watering system, dining temples. It appears that I do not have a lock where my graves are at. Though I'm pretty sure it's just right below the crafting area here with the gravestones. I'm going to set up graveyard. Lock in. And since a couple of these are all unnamed, not dwarf assigned, that means we should have space for the dwarves that are going to come in. Oh,
8.
8 months. Wow. Emily, 1 month away from your next subscribble. And thank you for resubscribing. And hello. Should have space, but will you? Well, in my graveyard right now? Yeah, because we only had 4 dwarves die. I can go ahead and hop up over here. You can see the remains of the last goblin invasion, where we did have a couple of guys go down here and die. Unfortunately, not all of them went into the hallway, so we still had to send out our military dwarves to kill the remainder. So we're extending the trap hall blender, the Goblin Blender, even more to try to get more goblins to start going down here before they turn around and leave. We didn't have it quite deep enough. The goblins, seeing their killed brethren, turned around and left, and there were still goblins outside the fort hanging around. So not great for us. We had a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in our neighborhood. Is that a real song? Is that a real one? It reads like a real one. Wait, I know that song. I'm gonna be like, it sounds familiar. The Fresh Prince, that's why. I don't know that's why? One, briefly going, I think it might be that, but maybe not. And two, I never watched The Prince of Bel-Air. I think I've maybe seen an episode. So there's another of the shows that are quite popular that I can point to and say, yeah, Futurama, The Simpsons, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Haven't seen them. And we've also got Chat Crate Curry. I don't know why the guy that carries crates has decided they needed to make a masterwork. And they literally just finished as I'm looking at them. They made an Alunite bracelet, offering it up to me. And now they are a legendary stonecutter. But are all of my stonecutter benches all taken up? Maybe I should then kick one of them out and replace them with the Chat Crate Courier, and then that other guy can be the Crate Courier instead? Let's take a peek. We've got Chat Stone Toucher, and Ponroko actually is a stonecutter too. Esther Mustard, the Wiv, Chat Stoner. So these are the guys that we're really wanting to look at. Chat Stoner, dabbling stone carver. And not Ponroko who we want to check, but Chat Stone Toucher is a talented stone carver. But the skill that Chat Crate Courier gained was stone cutting. So do we care? I can see Chat Stonecutter here. They've got talented stonecutter. So I'm going to say Chat Stoner has gotten demoted. Chat Crate. Cool crates. Enter. Labor. Hauling. Check. Locked in. That's all you do. And now, Chat Cool Crates block getting replaced by the Chat Crate Courier. Just have to locate them now on our list. I'm squinting. It normally puts the people who are good at that stuff up here at top, but I'm not seeing. There we go. No, that was just the guy who we are literally on at this very moment. Let me go back over your names so you can find Chat Crate Courier right here. Pulling them up. Chat New Age Rock. Labor. Off on hauling. I'm going to temporarily turn off their will do available tasks anywhere, so that we can then go down here, grab Chat Cool Crates, and replace them. Just have to find them. Chat New Age Rock. Chat. New Age Rock Stonecutter. Right there. Lock them in. New worker. And I know I do really need to watch Futurama. Just, I have to take time out of either watching other things, or finally make time for it. Something. Damn, imagine getting your job stolen like that. Look, if the original Chat Stoner, if they went and got into a mood, and they made an artifact, maybe they could have stayed that way. Maybe they could have continued working there. What is my purpose? Caco, you carry crates. Oh my god. Yeah, you can see the little holler symbol with the little box. All of those dwarves dedicated to it. It's all they do. With some exceptions, you can see Chat Spinner and Chat Weaver over here. I have them set to allow hauling because they're not always working on their crafts. so I kind of let them do both. But I try to focus in most of the haulers so that they're just hauling, so that everybody else will focus on other tasks instead. I like this one dwarf though. Doing some hauling at some point, ending up with the administrator title rather than an archer type. Maybe I should go ahead and assign them to hunting so they continue practicing there. Oh look, we've made some obsidian cabinets. I should check the bedrooms, see how they're progressing. Oh look, several green glass goblets getting improved masterfully over there. How are we looking at raw gem stocks? Not cut gems, which we actually have a lot. That is 127 items that we can improve. Rough gems are what I want to check. Right there. 33. Decent. Can really use more to make sure slime over here can continue cutting gems forever. Do we have any open miners? I guess we do have our miners set up there to work on the trap halt. Wait. No, they've cleared it up. Perfect. That means we can go down into our mine areas, descend below, and do some more digging. Do searching for any materials that we want. As I'm considering, what are the materials that we want? Do we need more obsidian? How are we looking for obsidian? Obsidian's nice because it's an expensive rock that we can use for crafting, and at 203, I think we're perfectly fine. I'm half listening, and all I hear is chat is a bunch of stoners. I mean, they are dwarves, Mustard. And dwarves do like rocks, and dwarves do like stone. Dwarves do like alcohol. I would imagine that they would be stoners too. We dive down. How much cassiterite do I have? Not a lot, right? 17. Yeah, I've been trying to find more cassiterite out here in all of the granite areas, but haven't been very successful. Let's continue searching. Make a line and make a line. This granite snuck out right here. It's mixed in with some andesite. We'll look around. We'll continue searching. We'll go ahead and make a line up as well. You know something else that they are working on digging though too? Are those pumps. You know? What did I have that hotkeyed to? It's been a minute. Water. I know I had one. Watering system. There we go. Shift F1. Enhance. A squint. They are still set out to work. What we want to do is start with the top here, though, to figure out where we're needing to build. So, if we peek over here at machines and floor... Oh, you know something else that we're going to need to do, though, too? We do need to ensure that we've got our screws and the pumps being made. Uh-oh. Bird Bob! Hey! Hello! Hi! How's it going? Are you, doing well over here? Something bad might have happened during this last goblin raid, and, might not have made it out safely. You might have perished in the goblin attack. Might be a little bit dead and buried now. But, Bird Bob, do you want to be renamed as a new dwarf? Do you want to be re-entered in and you can have Bird Bob around here running around as dwarf number 2? Re-entered into dwarven society, and maybe this time you won't perish? Perhaps? Maybe? Bird Bob V 2.0. Undead Bob. Alright. Name this dwarf name this dwarf. Do you want to be a military dwarf, or do you want to be a guy that's running around on the interior here as we look over? Ooh, GLRP excitedly looking at that, saying, wait a second, I want in too. Sure, GLRP, what kind of dwarf do you want? We've got tons of options over here. You can see all of these different chats we've got hanging around, unidentified right now. A cannibal cake you want into? All right. If there's no dwarf in particular you're wanting, then I can just go ahead and pick one at random. Ooh, I want the skillless. Did I have one specifically named as skillless, or do you just want one that has no skill? I saw one. Aha! Chat skillless, right there. Here they are. Having no identified job or particular skills. Where are they? The only skill they have is Trapper and Stonecutter. They have no combat skills. They have a little bit, just kind of an adequate speaker, but that's about it. Everything else is just dabbling. They have no other skills, and the only knowledge they have is the subtleties of confusion. This now is GLRP. You want to be the samurai dwarf? Alright, Bird Bob. Search by name. Chat samurai. They were named samurai because they were dabbling here in the way of the swords. They've got a little blade in hand. Not particularly skilled at the moment. By the way, you've got 2 lovers and a child. I studied the blade. Wow. Bird Bob. 2 Bobs, because this is your 2nd edition. And then if you die again, you can be Bird Bob. Oh yeah, by the way, I made, for the 2nd barracks, I made a little image of a sword inside of it. You can see there's its little hilt. There's the little hilt piece. All right here. Beautiful blade. And I think the only other exciting thing I did with the other barracks is make the string part of it made from marble. Can't recall if I did that on stream or not. Am I still alive? We R. I think you might have died at some point. No, I'm wrong. You're right here. Rogue Nuggets. Stoned. You're still alive. You're good. BRB work call? Alright, Emily, get the working done. 2 lovers, no wife. One day, Bird Bob. One day. And now, for cake. No preference. I wonder if we have our chef named. I'm hopping over to the kitchen. Here's our kitchen area. This kitchen. Ah, perfect. The chef. Unnamed. We grab the chef. Here. Identified. Cannibal cake. That's you now. You cook for everybody. Master cook over here too. Because that's all you've ever done. I think our last chef, I think we had a chef before and they might have gotten killed. I don't remember. I'd have this other workshop. I think I might have put this workshop down for a cheesemaker, and it looks like the cheesemaker might have died at some point. No, that wouldn't make sense. A cheesemaker does not make cheese at the kitchen. They do it at the farming stand. I think that this other kitchen was here for if we needed to render any fat. That's why this one's here. And I didn't have anyone in particular assigned for it. I just said, whoever's not busy. Oh no! Our dimple cups are withering! We're taking too long to harvest or move it off elsewhere. Is it because of here? our our stockpile is too small. It can't fit all of our harvesting foods. We're gonna have to extend that. Oops. Wrong way. I need to make sure I view the stockpile first and then extend. There we go. Now there's space. I should then go ahead and maybe open up a little extra entryway shortcut up here so they don't have to go through right here. They can sneak on up. Maybe more like that. Raise that top line so it looks a little bit nicer. Can we check who my lovers are? You know, just curious. Sure. Bird Bob Bob. 2 lovers. Alright, that's your older sister. Niece, niece, niece. 1 lover is Godin something. I think Godin is from a past area you were living at. Because they don't have a little picture and they don't have a nickname at all. So, as a result, looks like you're missing out on one of your lovers. And I don't know who your other lover is because they're not identified. Who is your other lover? I don't know. I do not know. Also sad because I see you've got your one child too. Also doesn't live here, so you're separated from your poor kid. Maybe one day. Maybe one day they'll come. How's my dwarf doing? Wee. Okay. Phil? That's, you, Uncle Phil? You're feeling pretty alright right now. Small smile. Young, youthful, no lovers, no children. Right now, you need more excitement. You want to make some items, you want a new object, you want to craft something, you want to hang out with your family, you want some martial training too. We should have an extra team over here that exists purely for the dwarves that want to do battle, that say, I want military practice too! But we don't actually care to put them out into battle, so maybe once a year they go out, maybe once a month, just like for a week or something. They do a little bit of training to meet that need of military practice, and then they move on. That's what we want to make a squad for. But we're also, you know what, why not? Phil? Do we give them a uniform? I imagine we should give them a little bit of a uniform. I think metal armor is the most plentiful armor resource I have, so we'll make them wear metal, even though they don't particularly need it. We will assign Phil as the leader. We just have to now find them in this huge list of people. Uncle Phil. I passed them. Where are they? There. Right there. The planter. Phil. Thrown in as the leader of the team. Now, if there's any time that we see someone who says, I want to fight, we put them in here. Which, by the way, also means we're going to need an extra little area for them to practice. I'm kind of leaning towards not making anything super fancy for them. Just a basic little shed that they can go and fight at. Hiya! Got too into work and missed the start of stream. I should probably stop. Done 3 hours of overtime already? Oh, and nearing 8 p.m. That Captain Horse just getting sucked into work, my god. But hello, Horse, welcome. Hey, Caco, I don't know if you know this, but it was a big issue for me. Armor degrades when the military spars with each other. Individual training subverts that. I think, though, when they spar, they get more training benefits out of it, too, though. I think that it might help with, say, their armor. With their armor stats and dodging abilities, but I'm not 100% sure. Really, just make sure that, or maybe as a side, just always have a surplus of armor. Maybe punch some of your dwarves so they drop all of their armor. I don't know. It's hard for me to explicitly say that I've had a problem with it because I haven't really noticed it, to be honest. But, hi there, Quack! Hello! It's been a little while since I've seen you! And let me see. Now I need to click these guys. Check for schedule. And now we want to have a new duty set. Military routines. Add a new routine. Irregular. Wait. Do we just name it infrequent training? Yearly training? That would probably fit just fine. Over here. Edit. I'm going to instead, here we go, staggered training, copy, and then paste it over on top of yearly. Then we're going to edit and look at their monthly schedule here, where we then just say, again, copy, paste, 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 paste. And see, send once a year for a singular month, they will train, and then that's it. They move on afterwards. So that should help meet their need just fine. With their little symbol, maybe we'll make... Is there an X? It doesn't look like there's any sort of X shape. However, plus isn't too far from that. So I'm going to go ahead and make it... I don't want green. The other ones are all kind of green. What's a nice color? Pink? Pink. Pink's friendly. Pink's a friendly color. Do we put yellow for the background, do you think? Too clashy? Maybe the other way around would look nicer. Pink background with a... Problem with, say, a darker yellow is it kind of gets unattractive. Maybe if it's more of a gold. Harder to achieve. Background kind of... a little bit on the orange side. Yeah, that looks bad. I don't like that. What if we made the background dark purpley like that? Yeah, then we brought that up and forward with this lighter yellow. Kind of like the pale, slightly more pastel look. There we go. Alright. Brown Lances renamed. What do we call them? The losers? Can we do loser? No. The guys? The dwarves? Oh, I would have loved if I could have just had them be, yeah, they're the dwarves, that's it. Been lurking for a bit, decided it's time I talk a little. Thank you for lurking, that's always nice too. But thank you for talking too now. XXX is gonna give it to you. X. Can we have a pluralized form, or... I'll look over at this option. The taxes. That's what their team's called. The guys that just want to fight, but I'm never actually going to put into battle. They're the taxes. Fear them. Look out. They'll feel very threatening. Okay, so how we're doing. By the way, I've started filling up this little section right here with a bit of water. That way because I'm going to aim to bleed out the water and get some mud down here so I can turn it into more farmland. We'll see how that goes. They're pulling it out of my well that's over by the hospital right now. Which, by the way, it seems that we've got Chet, Vet, and Doc just lying in bed, I guess. Relaxing, slacking off. I guess no other dwarf was... Either they've gotten healed up already, gotten some medical care, or nobody ended up injured enough to need any medical assistance. I guess maybe the trick then is the ones who did get hurt enough all, died. Tax day only comes once a year, and they only train once a year. The perfect combo. Death and taxes, two most certain things in the world. Look out, they'll come for you. Does this version not show how many people are idling? Good question. I know you can go over, or I never really look at them. There are, say, tasks listed here, and I can see what people are doing. If I'm in this creatures list with our citizens, and if we sort by what they're doing right now, we can go through and see who just says, hey, no job right now. We can see that. And a couple of them, I point, are because they're were-lizards, so they're not really able to do anything over there. We've got Stapes Furnace Operator, who isn't doing anything right now because they're locked into working at the kiln, so I probably don't have anything set up that they can do there. The Wiv is locked into working at the Stonecutter Station. Same with Stone Toucher, and since there aren't any tasks assigned to those workstations right now, they don't have any jobs. We've got this Singular Hauler who's not doing anything, so I think they're just slacking off, as is Law of Tsunami. What the heck, guys? What are you doing? You're supposed to be hauling over here. I shake. Oh, wait. And now they're storing. It's probably I just caught them in a split second where they were between picking out what tasks to do. And as I look over here, I did have Manfred working on chopping stuff down. I've built up a little stairway right here, you can see. Oh. Are these... I think this is some goblin. Yeah, this is some goblin. Somebody got up here and got maybe a little bit injured and cut up. Oh dear. Someone's meditating on torture. Unsurprising. There are a couple of deities dedicated to just torture. Oh boy. Now let's see. What I want to do is extend out an extra platform and build this up one more wall. So that's too high and has a little ledge on it. To help try to prevent people from just climbing up out the outside. As I have heard that they are both able to do that, and that the little overhangs should prevent them from being able to do so. So let me extend this out right here. And I've been using larch, of which case looks like we might need to continue chopping down more larch trees. That way all the wood appearance can stay consistent so it looks nice. You can see, maybe, if you have... First, I don't know how well it turns up on the stream side necessarily, and it's also going to depend on your monitor settings, and it's going to depend on your own ability to see color. But there is a little strip here that's a little bit more green that is pine wood. It looks almost the same color. It's very close down here, but appears pretty much identical when you're just selecting the wood to use. No access, probably because of the stairs. They need to connect right here before I can build over on that right side. But I can still build over on the left side, so we'll just continue working over there first. Cannot unsee. The unmatching wood? Yeah. Where's the larch? Larch. Oh! None. I shouldn't be out. There we go. What's thrown off is if you are scrolled down at all and you try to search for something. Even though it kidnaps away your scroll bar so you can't scroll anymore, you're still scrolled down. So observe as I grab my bar, go back up to the top, and then search larch. And then you can see it. A little bit of a minor bug, but it can be a little bit of a nuisance. And we wrap it around. Oh. Should probably have a stair set built over here so I can work on building the wall up a second story a little bit more easily. So let me go over here to stairs. And then we can just build up. And there we are. These don't need to be larch though, because we're going to destroy them when we're done with them. So we're just going to use these persimmon logs since they should be closest since they're listed up here at the top. Use them. Thank you. A miner bug? Ooh, I get it. Miner, like the dwarves. Dwarves mine. Dwarves do be mining. We do need to go hunt down for some additional large trees to chop. I don't know how many I have selected currently, but it doesn't hurt to grab more. It would be easier, though, if it wasn't early winter right now to identify them. The easiest way I see larch trees are based upon their leaves. They look a lot like pine trees, but during kind of fall seasons, the outer leaves will be a different color than the inner, which is how you can distinguish them from pine trees. But during winter, they lose their leaves, so these paler trees just end up looking very similar. We've also got a billion plum persimmon bayberry. There's a hazel tree right there. The pine trees here, you can see, are a little bit of a tan-colored wood, so that's what we want to look for, but barren. But not hazel either. Hazel's a little bit darker than pine wood. But larch, a little bit hard to say. Aha! Here's one. Chop. Pine, plum, persimmon, bayberry, plum, more bayberry, dense. No. Let's read. I had a place loaded up on trees that shed leaves all the time, and it ruined my FPS. Too many leaves. Oh, look, there's another larch tree. This corner is particularly bad with trees. There's just a billion of them back here. Larch. Pine. Pine. Really, we're looking for pine-colored stumps here, but we don't want pine. Again, it's easier when they actually have leaves that I can look at, but... Aha, there's a larch. All the way over at the map edge. Not a great location. Makes me sweat nervously at any impending invasions. However, we should hopefully be safe for at least a couple of months, since we just had a goblin invasion. So we should hopefully not have to worry about them for a little bit. Another plum tree, bayberry. The reason I'm looking for larch specifically is that way we can have consistent colored wood over at our fenced area for our animals. If we just grabbed any old wood out here, then it would not match. We would have inconsistent wood colors. And for some things, that might be okay. And honestly, straight up, it is entirely just an aesthetic piece. But let me tell you, it can be kind of intense to look at when it's just a whole bunch of different materials. So since I have the ability to chop down larch trees specifically, that is what I would like to attempt to do. And because I'm kind of having a hard time finding more larches, I think we will just say the ones that we have selected already will be it for now, and we can just come back to it later. Let's continue rolling. Over here with Trap Hall, let's go ahead and get built down some doors. Along our little... But also avoiding... See all of these right here? These are all of our encrusted doors. We don't want any of our fancy encrusted doors in here. What I would like to do is grab these lower quality doors and put them all in. Then I can keep my really fancy high quality ones for bedroom purposes or otherwise. That one's low. We'll grab that. Here's another set. Quartzite, poorest quality, having none at all, builds them up. These two little open areas right here, we're going to want to put down some just normal walls. There, quartzite's fine. And here, quartzite's fine. Though maybe I don't want to use quartzite actually now thinking about it, as quartzite is one of my rocks of choice for decorating my fortress with. Really, because it ended up being one of my early stones that I had a lot of, so it just ended up getting used a lot. And I would like to continue on with my color coding, so. Alright. I'm also going to go ahead and tell them to trash this goblin, throw them into my tiny garbage pit. Tidy things up a little bit, you know? Should almost do that with everything lying around. So much garbage. So much trash. All of these skeletons just lying around. We don't need them. Huck them in the pit. Huck them in the trash pit. I think this echidna skeleton has literally been here since I started this fort. I got it, what, the very first year we were living here? And it's just been laying here ever since. So every time the dwarves need to leave or re-enter the fortress, they look down at that skeleton and go, ooh, I don't know about that one. Maybe naturally desensitizing all of my dwarves. You know what I should also probably do? Break down this wagon. Don't really need it here anymore. Would I play Sudoku Tetris? Honestly, personally, no. I'm not a huge Tetris person, and I'm not huge into Sudoku either. So as a result, combining them is not going to make them any more appealing to me. I'm still going to look and say no thank you, and oh my god! After 1,000 years, I finally have found more cassiterite. Please, dwarves. Mine that up for me, baby. Hang on, I saw that you had that typed up in Tainted, Emily. I did not have time to read it before I started stream this morning, though. So I haven't read it through yet. But I did see it. I'm also now going around so I can mine up all of these gem clusters. Oh, look! Animals growing up! Oh boy. A bird's especially exciting because it means we can get egg from them now. I'm ready for more egg. Well, we already got those gems. Cobaltite and Microcline are just rock, so nothing to do for them. Delete. And sand collected, weather cleared. Animals again. Lots of masterpieces being made. Bismuthnite. I would be totally up for collecting that. Get that one. Yeah. Ooh, more masterful improvements on my green goblets. Love to see it. Can't wait for all of those goblets to finish so we can put them all into the dining shed. And so whenever our dwarves go to drink, they can grab that green goblet glass and go, ugh, I feel like royalty. Sip, 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 sip. Whoa, more bronze-bearing ore. With what type? What type? What was the other one? Because if... Shouldn't be referring to cassiterite. That's the tin one, and the tin is what I want, really, so I can both make pewter, and so I can use it for any glazing. A more expensive glaze than pearl ash. Oh, look, more tetrahedra. Or, unless you're the bismuthnite is probably then what you're referring to, yeah? I rarely come across that in my digs, in my fortresses. Look over here, stonework, bismuthnite. No, that one's just ore of bismuth. It's its own thing. It's unique, special, shiny. I should maybe make a little bit of a shortcut here. Make a little bit of a line just straight through like that so they don't have to go through, go down some more, walk up diagonally. It takes a lot more time when it's set up that way. Uh-oh. I forgot about the lizards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One of them died. Now it's very stinky in here with lizard corpses. Looks like only 3 remain now. One's in a trap right here. Which one they are trapped, by the way? They look like little moons. How did he die? The were-lizards. transforming, seeing each other, deciding they don't know who they are yet, and they went into battle. Weird that they fight, I would agree. I think hadn't seen them do that before. Yeah, it seems like the very first time they lie eyes on each other when they're both in were-lizard forms is that they will fight. And then after that, if they manage to not die, then they'll be friendly and fine with each other. But if they die, then it just means they're gone. They're gone forever. And Graf, hello, welcome! People say I'm unique. Everybody's unique here. Were they fighting for the alpha spot? Maybe. Maybe they wanted to be the alpha lizard. I want to reposition this guy. I want to free him from his cage now. So we're going to want to do a little bit of a build. Cages and restraints. Build it down here with the dwarf cage. I also want to deconstruct these because now that I've emptied them all out, they don't really need to sit around here in the beginning, right in the middle of the room. And now that that full moon has just happened and they've just changed back, we should also go ahead and dispose of all of these bodies since they're in here. You know what? By extension, since they all... Ooh, you know what? I don't know. In their lizard form, will my other dwarves grab them and throw them into their own little coffins? I'm not entirely sure. I guess I can make some more space, both for future dwarves and if I don't have the space right now. Aha! They do get tomed! So I do still have some tome space as well. So our lizards that have died should all be moved up into their coffins. And that should also, hopefully, prevent anyone from becoming ghosts. I should go ahead then and make up some more coffins. Not here, they're making blocks. Doors are right here. Nothing from the Wiv, so let's go ahead and assign him to make some coffins. Rock coffins. Changing the type to something we have a ton of. We have 1,000,000 andesite, so let's just go ahead and use andesite to make some additional coffins. Let them work on that. Should go ahead and make honestly, I need some tasks over there to just have them doing something. I might as well tell them to just make 1,000,000,000 statues that I can just throw around all over the place here. The statue. Ooh, rock statues. Change material, specifying the stone. Again, while making it out of a more expensive material would be ideal because then it makes the piece better and makes for better decoration. Because of how much of some of these other stones I have, I can just make 1,000,000,000 statues and just say line a hallway with statues. So as my dwarves walk around the fortress, they can just admire the beauty of just all of these different things. So let's pick just, have a lot of microcline. I do like blue. I do like being able to use the blue for crafting. Be sure to commission them manually. What, so that I can make them, specific images? They should all be mermaids! I could make them all be blue mermaid statues then. Specify image. Specify a new image then is what we would want. Creature, mermaid. Oh, I missed the M there. Mermaid. Men. Walk down and see a bunch of beautiful mermen. Or do we want mermaids? Look at all the beautiful fish ladies. I think the orders screen lets you do this too. Orders can also be commissioned for a group of statues with one image. Merfolk might be both. If I just search mer, we can see mer person. There we go. So you are right. Removing that M at the end let us have that non-specified option. Well, image of a mer person. Done. Loop. And is there a reason that I would want to have it be a... Bugs. Is there a reason to make it a work order instead? Rock statue. Because I can choose the type here. I am intentionally looping it. Yeah, that way I can just end up with 1 billion. Because then it would end. But what if I don't want it to end? What if I want them to make an infinite amount of mermaid statues? Because if that is the only reason to put it here, I kind of put it on loop on purpose because I want them to make an infinite amount of statues. But maybe to make sure that we don't accidentally use up all of our microcline making mermaid statues, I will take this option. Per person again. Done. And we'll put it to 100 microcline statues. Though you can't actually still make it infinite here, you just have to put in 0. And then they will still loop forever. We'll have them make 100 microcline statues. And then we'll turn this one off. And then after they use 100 microcline, orders can be set to loop if you only have enough microcline. That way you won't run out. Yeah, it's like... Opting to put here. I could, you're right, putting this one at infinite instead, and then going over into the settings here and say, hey, if the amount of microcline falls under a certain amount, stop making statues. I consider. I think we'll just go ahead and have them make 100 microcline mermaid statues, call it a day, and when they're finished, we'll go on to something else. So, not having it be a looping task, but just something we're going to set up for now, and maybe after we make those 100 mermaid statues, we'll go on to something else, like if we made a bunch of dragon statues. Or lizard statues, because we do have those were-lizards, and our previous fort did get destroyed by the dragon. Okay. Also important, because I have my were-lizard room unlocked right now, we want to make sure that we keep an eye on that. I'm trying to figure out, what was my were-lizard hotkey? Lizards! Shift F2! There we are! We want to make sure this gets re-locked up after our dwarves are finished moving things around in here. Because we don't want to accidentally have this opened for either children to wander in here and hang out and then die in. Just waiting patiently for everything to be taken care of. Caco, how's my dwarf doing? Are my kids still making believe in the lizard room? Not right now. Right now, we do not have any of your kids making believe in this area. I think this is one of the were-lizards that has gotten denamed. And I can tell because of their beard, because of their appearance. Lizard, broken name. And it looks like then all of our other were-lizards have all fought it out to the death. So it's only the 2 of them left now. Lizard, broken name. Who's the other guy? Chat, who? Right here. The only 2. They're gonna be a lot lonelier nowadays. They just want to look at the cool lizard pets you're keeping. It is like lizard. Imagine if I had all the dwarves all just placed down in the dining hall. All these were-lizards. Oh my god. Someone became an axe lord though. A couple new gems I'm gonna have to check on in just a minute here. Okay, now that this has been placed down, we can go ahead and pull them out of it. 3 were-lizards remain. Free! and then they leave. Which then I'm also going to deconstruct this cage. Alert. Oh, yeah. We're a lizard. Aha! There's the kid deconstructing cage. And then playing make-believe! Yay! Oh, there they go. I didn't play make-believe in here very long. Probably not as fun when the dwarves aren't in their lizard form. Okay, there's a guy that's grabbing the cage and leaving with it. Now that he's done that, all of the cages put back away. We lock the door again. Well, good luck, guys. These remaining little smoothed areas never going to be completed. I guess we'll go ahead and cancel the jobs because that's in areas that does not belong to these guys. I wonder if they'll all be friendly to each other the next time they transform. Maybe we can find out by going over here to our snake selection and removing all of their mini areas. Deleted. And so they get just free reign of the entire space instead. Look at that, guys. Wander around, communicate, hang out together, see if you kill each other when you transform. Who knows? Try not to kill two of you at least. That way, you'll always have at least one friend. Good luck. Let's go ahead and take care of some of this ore then. We've got this opal. Please mine that out. And then we've got the kunzite over here. Mine that out. And then finally, the pyrite. Oh, over here in the grave area, apparently. Hey. And then we want to make some doors. There. Again, not using our fancy encrusted doors. Whatever's lowest quality is going to want to be what I use, like these singular lines. Personally, the way I remember what order the doors go in, or not doors specifically, quality levels go in, is because for the most part, as you add on more lines, the better the quality the item is. So, 1 line, lowest quality. 2 lines with a plus becomes the next quality level, but then it skips. It does not go to the 3. It then goes with the little asterisk. 1 exception. And then after asterisk becomes the triple line. And then, finally, you get the fancy gear for the masterpiece quality. That's the order the qualities go in. I remember the exception of, for the most part, I use just line number indicates quality, with the exception of 3 and asterisk. It's kind of like when you make an exception point and you use an asterisk to say, hey, check this exception. Where's the mine everything except or option? If only hang on. As I briefly pick one of the quartzite doors here, I go over to mine. There is the option rather than auto, because you can have dig only ore and gems, or dig only gems selected. And then, say we have this area with ore, it won't grab them. But if this area did have gems, it would pick that. But this floor doesn't have any, so it doesn't do anything that. Did you ever make that, mister? Still working on it. An asterisk has 3 lines. I picture its lines as, technically you are right, Emily. It does have multiple, or it does only have the 3. But I kind of view it as having more because of all the separate little spiny sections. Or, depending on what you're looking at, say, if you look at the asterisk on your keyboard where it's more of a star shape, the lines kind of work differently. Regardless, it's just how I think of it. Quartzite, come here. I think I had another line, singular line, maybe another plus. There we go, 1 line. Slap that down. I should check out my bedrooms too. Make sure those are getting done. Plus. My keyboard lies! It doesn't look like that on it! I'm looking at the asterisk in chat. It actually looks kind of similar. Think of it in strokes then, instead of lines. Strokes. Except you'd have the same issue where the triple lines for quality, there's still more. If I pull up door here. The triple line is still higher quality than the asterisk here. So even if you thought of it as strokes, as something like 1, 2, 3, this one also has 3, or if you thought of it as singular lines, with that being 6 and this being 3, it still wouldn't work. So that's why the asterisk gets to be a little bit of a rebel, and you just have to remember that the asterisk is a rebel and is lower than the 3. It greedily pushes 3 out of the way and says, I'm number 3, not realizing that it actually makes it lower quality. Also, I'm having to micromanage this right side a lot for my building of extra rooms, because it's all built underneath this lava zone, so the dwarves get over here and touch the wall and go, ah, hot, it's dangerous, there might be magma over here, and I go, dwarf, it's okay, it's just above, keep mining, you're fine. Hot rocks, spicy. I mean, it has risk in the name. 3 and 3, said louder. More definitive 3. Do we have all of our doors? No, we don't have doors on these other floors. We need doors all over them. We need to go up higher too. Like, even this set of bedroom area doesn't have a complete set of doors. I need to put up the doors. I think one of the reasons I've been a little bit on the slower side of placing doors has partially been I've been trying to wait, until they're all nicely encrusted so they can have fancier doors in here. I also see that I need to build out a wall right here because there's a missing piece. So we do need to fix that too. Oh, fancy encrusted doors. The dwarves are gonna come by and look at them and go, oh, beautiful, we love our bedrooms. Build 1 wall. They're out of quartzite. Oh, it looks like I need to make a couple of quartzite blocks. We need more doors. I take a look at how many doors are being made. Or how many I have right now. 54. We've got approximately 20. This would make it 40. This would make it 80. So we don't have enough doors. You're correct. We do need more doors. This person's making coffins. This person's making the doors. They're making 40 of them. They're already on top of it. However, we need more than 40. We put that to 50. Keep working, dwarf. Meowster mustard. Keep working on those pretty pink doors. However, I was also noticing our quartzite was getting a little bit on the low side, so we are going to need our miners to work on mining some additional quartzite over here, which unfortunately most of the pink rock that's around is now alunite. Different from quartzite. Not the same thing. I also need to seal off some of these water drip. I don't think I need to seal off. Theoretically, the water just falling directly down from here shouldn't need any spots because it's not going to suddenly jump over to the left, I think. It'll fall down on statue, spray, eventually fill in this long hole. This is going to be sealed up, but I need it open right now. I don't need this open right now. I could dig around it over here. Then close it off over here. It doesn't really matter. I think making them dig an extra path would just take more time right now anyway. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to hop up to my water area. We're going... we need to set up those... I keep missing it. Machines and fluids. See the screw pump? Oh, we do have... oh, I've already set them up. That's fantastic. Alright, slowly they're working on their pipe sections and those screw pumps so we can get this together. Let me see. Machines, fluids, and our screw pumps face that way, right here. I'm going to build it right here. That's where these two empty spots are. And then I just have to remember the direction they've got to face for stacking up for power. Because they have to stack a particular order in order for one space underneath to be drilled open. And I forget which way. I need to do a quick peek then. As I open up the Wikipedia here. Not Wikipedia, but Wiki for Dwarf Fortress. The Dwarf Fortress Wiki. As I make my direction, I race over, not to millstone, but to pump. Pump. I look for the pictures. There's basic side view of pump. I want the little drawing. There we go. That's the little drawing. So, in the order that they face, the side that dumps, the dumping water side, the dumpy side, is the one where it has to be open. And then the one where it has the ground built is the side that's pulling up from below. So on this top floor right here, we're going to go into our floor build option. We choose right here. We'll go ahead and use Rhyolite because it's close and we're not going to really see it. Our dwarf is going to run over here to build down this floor for me. One day, I should go ahead and take the opportunity as well to grab out from machines fluids and start pulling over a horizontal axle over in this direction so we can attach it up to our pump. I don't know if it needs to attach on a particular side. Suppose I'll put it here where it's dumping the water. Let's see. I have to make it out of wood. We'll use plum. Sure. And then here. More plum. Make sure it's all the same color. Pretty. Next, pump stack. Machines, fluids, and screw pump. Make sure it's facing this way. This indicates the way the water flows. Slapping it down right here. Blocks that we want to use. I have a billion microcline, and we are just using... water in here, so material doesn't matter. Microcline blocks, screw, pipe. That is our first pump section. And then we just have to, as it goes down, it reverses back and forth which way it goes. So, pointing that way means the next floor goes in the opposite direction. We can't place everything, but we can work, but now we know which way the water's going. Place down our wall section here to close this off. I want to use my brick, so I'm going to use alunite. Just one side though, so we still have access. But I don't have it dug through right here for most of the layers right now because I wanted to make sure that the side that I'm attaching it to is going to be the side that dumps, because if we had it just... Wait, I'm pausing. I think I have this built on the wrong side. The way it pulls up the water is the side that doesn't need to be closed off. I actually want to delete all of these. Remove. Is that removing the entire section? It is. Perfect. The side I want to attach, horizontal axle, is this side with the gearbox. Which means I need to put a little singular pipe section right here. Plump. Did I accidentally deconstruct the pump? Aw, jeez. That's not what I wanted to do. Machines, fluids, screw pump, that way. Reconstructed. So we want to build a piece of the wall. Our wall pieces. This is the allanite. So the way it is that the side that dumps water here, we want to be flat. So we need a floor right here. And it has to be enclosed at the top bottom to make sure when we dump out the water that it can't just flow away and escape, because the water can move diagonally. And as I'm looking up over here, this water is bleeding out more. This probably means that one of the spots here had some open aquifer section. So I'm going to need to fix that and seal that off. I don't know that I need both, so we'll just go ahead and grab one rhyolite. Help? Well, we had Chat Box Grabber over here have a kid. Chat Box Grabber, where'd the kid go? Where even is Chat Box Grabber? Right here? Where's your babe? You had a kid with Chat Meltsmith, huh? Chat. Just a little guy. Did I just hear a going to sleep jingle? No. That was a child birth noise. That's a little kid waking up. Or waking up into the world. They just got born. Planing blocks, lots of masterpieces. Again, micromanagement, telling them it is okay, you can mine through here, it's safe, don't worry. It was so quiet, I heard it at the very edge of my perception. Should I turn up the Dwarf Fortress volume so it's a little bit louder? The settings, audio, master volume up. Listen. Listen to those cavern effects. Are you dwarfing, Caco? Absolutely. Look at me over here in my dwarfing realm. Everybody dwarfing. Everybody dwarves. And Shy Guy, hello, welcome. Wake up, child! New dwarf kids pops album just dropped. Am I a master yet? Maybe. Name Ursula. That's it. Am I sorting by name? I should be sorting by name. You. Ursula Major. Blacksmith. Skills. You are a master. Master blacksmith. I don't think you're working on anything right now, though. Think you're Magma Forge. Just open up. Not working on anything. Should we have you make some more thrones? I see there's a couple of thrones made in here. I need to work! I'm going crazy! Alright. Let's see. What sort of thing? Blacksmithing ability. Blacksmith rework. Should we have Emily do? I'm going to look in this tasks side first before making it a proper work order. That way we can peek around at our options more easily. Iron statues? Even more statues? Let's look at our stocks here so we can check out our bars and see what kind of materials we have to work with. Now you might say, wow, we have a lot of electrum, we should use that. Never. That's for encrusting. Highly blocked off. I grab the gate, I close it, I lock it, I throw the lock away. Forge iron statues. The goblin in pants. The goblin is grabbing the pants! Make it like the goblin is pantsing someone. There are over 100 Kids Pop albums now? That's too many, someone needs to stop them. We do have a lot of copper. Honestly, since I use my iron up here for making armor pieces and weaponry still, I haven't upgraded to steel quite yet. I think I might prefer to make them out of copper, have a bunch of copper statues instead. Use up this huge surplus of material. Add new task. No, not pantsing someone, pants grabbing someone. Can we make a copper pants grablin? We can go for it. Work orders. And, oops, not an adamantine altar. Statue made out of copper. We observe. Specify a new image. A goblin. And we also want an object. We don't have pants, but we do have trousers. So, it is an image of a goblin and trousers. So then we want an action or relationship. So our options are admiring, flayed, mutilated, shot, burning, contemplated, cooking, cringing, dead, devouring. Embracing isn't bad, but maybe not quite what we're looking for. Falling, fighting, greening, hanging, hiding, impaling, fetal position, laboring, laughing, plaintive gesture, submissive gesture, massacring, melting, praying to what? Prostrating itself before raising. We could do raising. Raising's not awful. Goblin raising trousers. Grab does not appear to be it because it is alphabetically sorted. So if grab was an option, it would have been up here next to greeting. There might be something similar though. Hauling isn't one because we passed H already. Praying, raising, again, we've stopped at raising. So, refusing, screaming, shooting, smeared out into a spiral. Speaking, striking a triumphant pose, menacing pose, striking down, suffering, surrounded by, torturing, traveling, unnaturally contorted, weeping, withering away, confused, dejected, offended, terrified. But not one that is quite a grab. I would say the closest to the grab would be raising. You know, that's grabbing the pants, raising them up into the air. Close, maybe not quite. It might be the closest option we have, though. Unless we want to take an alternative approach to a pants grab. You know, praying to the trousers, speaking with trousers, striking down trousers. Torturing is an option. We could do the goblin torturing the trousers. Which, Emily, as the statue maker, do you want your dwarf to be making a goblin raising trousers or a goblin torturing trousers? We could make the goblin torturing the trousers, and then the trousers are contorted unnaturally. We can do both. It isn't a case of one or the other. Do you want to do both? Okay. The goblin is torturing the trousers. Additionally, the trousers are unnaturally contorted. It is an image of a goblin and the trousers. The goblin is torturing the trousers. The trousers are unnaturally contorted. This is good. I love Dwarf Fortress. Me too. Done! How many do we want to make? We had so many copper bars. Though I don't recall the translation, or I shouldn't say recall, I don't know how many bars it takes to make a statue. But if it was 1 bar per statue, we'd be able to make 300 statues. If it is, say, a higher amount, like 3 bars per statue, we could only make 100 statues. The graveyard will be filled with them. The shame of dying is having to see the pants scrabbling forever. Okay, 3 bars. Maybe then we want to do 50, because then we can have 150 bars used up. That's half of our copper bar amount. So you can go ahead and say 50 copper statues, and then we can go over here, and if we want to have just pants scrabbling statues forever, we could go over here into settings then, and say the amount of copper bars is changing it from greater than to at least 150, which would make it an adequate amount to make an additional 150 statues every time. And there we go. My poor dwarf won't understand why she's making all these pants scrabblings. I did not name the image, no. I thought I should have named it. And we could have named it. Oh, but we don't get to name it a specific name. We still name it a dwarf name, so I don't know if we could have it. Because then we couldn't name it Grappling. That wouldn't be an option. Can I still go in after the fact? I think I might have to remake the image entirely. Or do I? I don't know. I guess I can go in here. Yeah, I think we'll have to start from scratch. Honestly, that's fine. It's not like it was that advanced to get this in the first place. Image of a goblin, image of trousers. And then from there, we want the actions to be the torturing. Goblins torturing the trousers. Additional action, contorted unnaturally. The trousers. And then we will name it. So, next step. What do we want to call this? Is there trouser? Trouser goblin? Goblin trouser? Trouser clutchers? Okay, there's not trouser in here. Trouser. Trousers is not a word anywhere. Trouble, troublin', trouse. Same case. Monstrous, lustrous is added in for these. We got troubled, monstrous, trouse, lustrous. No trousers, though. Want to try looking for pants instead? Ah, we do have pants. That means we want pants? No, it would be pants. Pants. There's no grab. There is clutch. No, clutters is not the right one. Clutter. 3 different kinds of clutter. Clutters, clutter. Not what we want. Clutches, clutches. Clutched. Clutter. Clutches, clutch. There's not a clutch-er. We can do trouser clutch. Pants clutch, but not clutch-er. I guess you have clutches. You did say clutches. Pants clutched. Ooh, oops, I changed the wrong one. I wanted this one to be the ED version. And the front to be pants still. So, pants clutched. Is that good? Is that what you're wanting then, Emily? Are you satisfied with pants clutched? Grasp, seize, snatch. Those might be options. It's ultimately up to Emily, as this is her image. There is grasp. There is seize. Okay, you want grasp instead? Pants grasped. Pants grasp. Is that good? Since we can't grab, but we can grasp. There we go. Pants grasp. Done. Just because I'm curious to see if Goblin is at all an option. It is not, then that's it. Okay, I just wanted to see. Now that has been done! And now that image is made, so if we want to reuse it in the future, we can grab it without issue. We could have a pants grasp anywhere we please. There we go. By the way, did I go through the rest of these? I got that one. And we got the tetrahedrite over here. We got this opal. We got that kunzite already and the pyrite. We're done there. We can get rid of that. Engrave every wall with pants grasped. The goblin walks into his bedroom and just all engraved, paints grasped. Cream was usable, right? Yeah. Yeah, it totally was. I go over to our objects and our named objects. The creamy container of goo and the goo crown of cream. We do have them. Where is Goblin? Good question. I'm not sure. What's he doing? What's Goblin doing? Goblin? That's an I. He's Goblin. Right now, he's busy praying. Goblin? Over here, praying to a deity. Who is Alan the Esteemed Heavens? I wish I could see it more readily. Okay, Alan the Esteemed Heavens is misery, torture, wind, sky, moon, night, darkness. It's a lot of things. We need to sneak these statues into their room. We could do so. Could do so without issue. We just have to do a little sneak down there. Get it all together. If we get an item, I want the creamed pants. Chansey, you know what? Did we have an H for Hexwild? We did. I do remember because you were married to somebody and your first person died. So, who named your kid Hexwild the second? I suppose then that means you need to be renamed as Chansey Bell in here then, huh? Chansey, who do you want to be? What kind of dwarf do you want? As we're taking a little browse at all of the different options, do you see anyone that strikes your fancy? Hex 2 died? No. We still have Hexwild the second. Hexwild the second is right here. But that is now a different, outdated name versus Chansey Bell. Isn't there a chat member, isn't there someone named the Real Creamy Meme? You are correct. But they're not here right now. We're not gonna just throw people in if they're not around. They have to be here, and then they could never show up ever again, but they can stay present. And you say that you're okay being named whoever. How about... looking through our different options. All the different people that we have around here in our base. Who do we want to make you? Who shall you be? I'm looking over here at chat expert musician. Bard. Hanging out over here in the temple all the time. With their rusty expert musician and singing skills, because I guess they don't have any instruments in here, so they can't ever do anything. I might need to make up some instruments so that I can play them. Not Chat Hooligan, not Chat Brewski. But wait. How about Chansey? We make you one of the chat brewers alongside Grav. As I do recall, in an alternate reality fortress, I'm pretty sure you two were married, right? I feel like that was the case. Chansey Bell. Other brewer now. One of the two brewers of the fort. Wow! There they are! The Brewers Guild! One day. It's Wednesday? Yeah, Pluto, good job! You got it! It is Wednesday today! Oh! You're so good with days of the week, Pluto! Congratulations! I put a gold star on your shirt. Nice job, pal. It is Wednesday, and hello, Pluto. Welcome. Congratulations! I had more beds, right? Bed. Then furniture. And then we want bed. We've got a couple of them ready and encrusted. Let's put some of them down, and then we can assign them and set them up as bedrooms. We might have a couple of cabinets all encrusted now, too. Let's go ahead and look at them. A cabinet? Here? Ah, yes.
Doombake Seer 60 cockers.
Thanks, Pluto. Thank you for resubscribing for 12 months. Appreciated. And at 12 months, if you care to do so, you can request a subscribble. And now in the next room, I canceled one because I had realized I placed that cabinet on the right side, which is the incorrect side. They should all be on the left. There we go. And then let's go ahead and go over to our bedroom settings so that we can actually assign these as bedrooms. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Are there any bedrooms that are set up and unassigned as bedrooms? It does not appear so. We're good. It's all clear. Is this one corner? No, okay, it is covered. The way that it looks when I just click the zone and how it sections out the crown, it makes it look like the crown isn't part of the zone, as if it's been just barely pieced out. Though I also see, seeing as it doesn't have the fancy border, that should be another indicator that it is included, but it just looks a little bit funny. I guess we'll go ahead and assign this other space right next to it, since it is not labeled yet, as another office. Do you have a mist generator? I'm working on it very slowly over here for our dining room. Working on getting set up a system. I have a room full of water ready and prepared. I just need to build out this pump right here. Really pump stack. That way after the water is dropped down on that statue, we can then have it dumped down into here and then get rerouted back up as required. Oh, Emily, thank you for the bits. So wait for the TTS. One day the TTS.
Tell me a bedtime story.
This is the story of a goblin and some trousers. The goblin is torturing the trousers. The trousers are contorted unnaturally.
What?
Pants grass.
I like trousers and Knuckles there. Very mad. Oh, what? What? Shadow? What is happening to those trousers? Good old Paints Grass. Alright, back to working on our pump stack. So if we have it pulling up from here, left side, that means our next pump will be dropping down. It goes on opposite sides. So this side has floor, this side has floor. That's it's not going to let us do that yet. So I guess we'll dig out where we want it to attach. The side that's attaching is the side that's pulling up. So if this side is dropping, this side is pulling up. Again, opposites every time. So machine cogwheel, push, push, push here, dig here, dig, dig. I'm gonna have to fix these because some of them are coming up from the bottom, but it's maybe a little bit easier for me visually. Let me swap at this point. Dig. And then we're at the bottom. Back up. Fix it. This side. This side. This side. This side. This side. And then it's corrected. Dig through. Doesn't need to be connected. 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 And top. Then erase this opposite sign for each level. There we go. And then there's going to be a two-case situation here where we need to dig down. So since this side is open, I'm going to switch over to channel. This side's open. This side's open. This side's open. This side's open. And then we just have to go back and forth like that. Through to the bottom. Done. Back up to the top. Switch over to our pick. And then back through to be on opposites. Okay. And we just have to give our dwarves a minute to dig on through. It might get thrown off a little because of the order it's going for digging, seeing as if it tunnels right here, it's going to automatically build through beneath right here. But again, just to keep track, it's a little bit easier to just be consistent all the way through and then go back and correct. Just for me personally. Especially while streaming and I'm on empty-headed streamer mindset. This is crazy, Caco. Your brain too big for me. I can't understand. Advanced pump setup. This is why I'm streaming it. That way you don't have to think about it. I do all the thinking. Why does there have to be, these dwarves just trapped themselves in here? Because of the way they dug through. One of the commands got canceled. Good job, guys. Real champions out here. Please mine out that. I would like to get that opal. I kind of want that gold, though, too. Come on, okay. We dig through so we can get gold. This guy got Oh, poor John. John just got far too tired and just fell asleep right here. I see he's also married to Mouthful Olive Lode, the surgeon. Wow, he has a wife. Don't you wish you had a wife? Everybody here does. Okay, that's just Koboldite. Don't care about that. Took care of the gold and opal. Can cancel out the rest. Union? Get the heck out. There's no union mandated break. But hang on. Hold up. The miners have a guild, though. That's adjacent. Oh, see, look! These two lizards are right next to each other. So they are friends now. They know they don't need to fight. They go, hey, pal, and then high-five each other in their were-lizard form. Now, the question here is if the broken name one is also friends, too, but seeing as they've transformed now, who knows? Maybe what I should do is go ahead and set them up with a little gathering spot. So that way they can... I need to, like, throw a pickaxe in there for them so they can clean up all of their little quartzite spot. Maybe we could just have them gather up all the quartzite here in the middle on top of the lizard face. I could even deconstruct these pedestals and move them around. Oh, you looked it up and apparently the coin economy stuff doesn't happen at all anymore? I guess the system was too broken, so they just said, well, let's just delete it for now. Plus, here, this is all quartzite. No, that one's not quartzite. I guess we'll just go ahead and turn on the stone section, since we have these doors locked right here. Being unnamed or unspecified, too fancy or anything should be totally fine. I want to click on this again to be lizard pile. Enter. Oh, it wasn't broken. It worked too well. You could consider it maybe having weird balance issues. Grab Weeping. They used to have a wife. Thinking back to past Hex Wild. Oh. I'm pro-wife and pro-union. Are you sure about that? I'm looking for Lawless out here. Lawless. Who would be the waifu in the situation, being female dwarf, but they do not have any lovers, they do not have anyone they're married to, and seeing as they are a carpenter, they're also not even in a guild. which is, I would say, the closest to union you can get in Dwarf Fortress. So even though you might be into both, you have neither. Coins were wacky. It sure sounded like it. I also now want to lock this door. Not remove it. Lock it. That way dwarves don't walk through here. Second step. I want to start building, rebuilding traps down here at the end. Starting with maybe a couple more of the cage traps along the right side. So traps, cage. Yeah, we can just go ahead and use closest material since they're all just going to take alunite anyway. And then we swap over to the other side. We change our type again. We choose trap, weapon trap. We'll go ahead and start from the inside and work to the outside. So, well, I'd like the giant steel axe blade to be further out. So on the inside, we'll go ahead and use our serrated discs. 2 of them. Mount needed 2. I'm trying to click it. 1, 2. 1, 2. Did I click in a weird spot so it's reading me weird for for trap placement, maybe? Let me try that again. Right here. I'm clicking? I'm clicking everywhere? Is it? Oh, what it might be here, my mistake, is that I have use closest material selected already, so it's already grabbing just whatever's closest and maximizing it 10 apiece. So let me go back here, redo it, and now I can choose them. There we go. Alright, I got it. I worked it out. I'm a smart guy. I'm a smart streamer sometimes. Some things I manage to work out on my own terms by, you know, the powers of observation and remembering selections that I've made. Sometimes I can do it. Now, all the money in the economy would end up in the hands of 1 or 2 dwarves, and the rest would be too poor to afford their own bedrooms, and then the unhappy masses would go on a rampage, and it ended up being impossible to manage. Like, there's no way to make it not end that way, so he just removed it. Just like in real life. Think they should bring back coins, but only make it relevant to traders? Yeah, rather than your dwarves managing and working in the economy. Honestly, even in another way, is if you do something like what I'm doing, with even not accounting for the economy, how some of the dwarves end up with more specialized skills already. But so there is 42 Kids Bop main albums, 1 for each holiday, 1 for each year since the 80s, and 4 each year for each season. Thus, Kids Bop just so many CDs. We should go back, look at one of the Kids Bop 80s CDs, and listen to some of the high-quality 80s music done by children. Yeah, as it is right now, there's no reason to make coins. Do dwarves look at coins in the same way that they do for other made-up materials? Like, if you made masterwork coins, would your dwarves look at those coins and go, "Oh, this is beautiful, I love these coins"? So you could just have a bunch of pedestals around your fortress just with singular coins placed atop them? Because honestly, that would be pretty good. I wouldn't be opposed to that. You don't think the coins have quality? Oh. Here I am, saying I can make it as my own streamer. But then Versiday looks on, weeping. But dude! My backseating! How am I supposed to backseat if the streamer knows what they're doing? Oh! Sad. Crying! We also now just have 9 uneven amount of iron discs because of our 1 axe blade. So as a result, we will have to take one of them and put in 3. Should I also deconstruct some of these traps that are closer up? Build it further in? Leave them all? I'm not sure. Maybe I will leave it as is. We'll wait. I have the serrated discs set up as a regular occurring job, so we can come back to this and decide to build more in a minute if we want. Warm stone. Yep. Go ahead and keep working on that, dwarves. You're doing a good job. I believe in you. But the coins are expensive. So what you're saying is I should make some Electrum coins, place them on pedestal. They will function similar to my bolts on pedestals that I've got along the stair lines. Or how I've got the bolts on pedestals in the guild hall to make the guild hall more expensive easily. Kids Bop 1970. Led Zeppelin. God dang it. You're driving too fast! I can't backseat! You say, watching as I turn the corridor down straight into the magma hallway, and you're like, wait a second! This isn't the way I want to go! It's fun coming back to this after so long because Caco has been playing 1/10 of the time as me, but knows more than me about a lot of stuff, because half of what I know is wrong. What I could see too is partially a case though, since the amount of time that I've spent now dumped into Dwarf Fortress has been on this newer version, this Steam release, and I've been playing it recently. So, you know, it's kind of like when you play a game in early access, years back, and then you come back to it years later when it's fully released and they've changed a bunch of stuff or have a bunch of new content that maybe while you played a lot in the past, because of all the new things that they've added or changed, that it really affects your knowledge levels as a result. So, what you know might have been right at one point, and then they changed or removed it. Like with those economy coins. Also looking up at my drink. I hope my dwarves are gonna be doing fine brewing up there. Shy Guy's fighting! Miner? Uh-oh. I think he fell. I think he fell through one of the holes that he was digging. Or that was being dug. Oops! That's what happens when you're channeling, I guess. At the same time as other dwarves. Well, at least he didn't die. We're fine. He did take the full force of the impact, though. But he just bruised his bone, so he's okay. It's all good. No problems. A stack of Electrum coins would be pretty good, I think. I don't know, I'm not an expert. We would have to try. Oh, look, someone became a swords master. Look at that. It looks like it was probably chat milking enemies that became the master. Nice job, chat milking enemies. Sparring. And delete all of those errors. One day, our Picasso dwarf will get everything cleared up. Everything nice and polished. One day. Right now, they're sleeping, though. Because they're the, only stonecutter, so very slowly they're working through. Or one of the only stonecutters. I think I have a couple of other dwarves that might have gotten assigned. Yeah, we've got 3 others. No! These are all lizards, so never mind, I guess. I think I just assigned them. That way they would be able to carve out their little interior section right here. Which means I'm also going to have to assign them to the hauling work in order to get them to actually haul the rock that's in their bedroom. So let's go ahead and assign that real quick. Hauler, and hauler. All assigned. Now maybe at some point they'll decide to move the quartzite into this little lizard pile. Just have to give them a minute. Back in my day, we melted down anyone who so much as mentioned coins. And nobles used to be a lot more annoying. I can say in my fortress, every time the diplomats have come by so far saying, hey, you're looking pretty good out here in your metropolis. Do you want to become part of the mainland? I look at them, I laugh, I turn around, and I walk away. So, as a result, with the addition too, I should mention that I don't have a tavern. As a result, I don't have anyone coming to visit. I don't have any demands from a bunch of nobles because I don't have any. Goblin is the only noble as our mayor. So that's just how we've been living our lonesome dwarven life. A little sad how reasonable these nobles are now. Why no tavern? Honestly, because I said I'm going to make one. I'm going to build it outside later on. I don't want to worry about it right now. That way I don't have to deal with a bunch of people trying to steal my stuff. So I've just got out the dining hall for the dwarves to eat at. And look at their happiness. You know, maybe not the happiest dwarves around, but for the most part they're okay. I've also been neglecting my animal hut out here. Which, by the way, is now almost out of larch. I've only got 2 larch left. So I guess I'm just going to make the remainder out of pine. Wait, I can't. Never mind. Well, I guess I'll leave it then. We'll wait a little bit longer here. I might even use a different wood to build up. What does it take? What do I have in the way of wood? Oh, not looking good. We really need to chop down some more trees. Manfred! Manfred! Excuse me, can you chop down some more trees for me? Manfred kind of just goes, ugh. Grabs his axe and starts running at 300 miles per hour to the trees. I think what might be easiest, honestly, is to send him over to this corner up here, where it's decently flat, with a bunch of stuff on the ground. Especially since I haven't set up a gather fruit area for this corner, we'll have him chop it all out here. Da-da-da. Get working, Manfred. Yes, sure. Manfred grabs his axe, starts running over. Milking enemies? Scandalous. Well, what else are you supposed to do? I think it's because he used to be a milker or he had a milking skill and I set him to work on that instead, so that's what he does now. Milk enemies. Caco, what I found useful is to make an outdoor tavern with an entrance to the caverns from there so they never come into the main base. That is what I was considering. Is doing that, having that outdoor tavern area. I haven't gotten around to it. Because I'm busy working on other things that I care more about for my dwarves. And what crimes have been committed? Well, the only crimes that I know of are the horrible crimes. Oh, never mind. None, apparently. I think maybe at a point in time there might have been a case of, I can't believe you've gone against my demands, from Goblin. But they're not here anymore. I love that Goblin is still demanding fine pewter statues in the dining room. Let me take you to our dining room. I can click the right button for it. It's one of these. I swear it's one of these. There we go. Here. Both in the main dining room, the general dining room for everyone, there's a fine pewter statue here and here. And then in Goblin's personal dining room here, he's got 4. I don't know if that he just wants even more fine pewter statues built up, or what he wants exactly. I don't understand Goblin's demands. And no, I do not have a captain, so yeah, no crimes can be reported right now. Maybe they want more in their specific room. Even more? How many pewter statues does Goblin need in his dining room? Just more? There's only space for one more! I'm gonna have to extend his dining room just so I can put down more pewter statues into it. Need or want? Well, you'd have to ask Goblin. I don't really get to say which. Looking between my different areas. Should I make... No. Healbot here is for engraving. Which I think all of my stuff has been encrusted now. This area is just absolutely full of encrusted armor. Or only partially full, actually. These aren't encrusted. I wonder what he's doing. Why is he not studding? There's armor to be studded. There's Electrum in his studding pile. We'll just continue to leave him alone, I suppose. You know what we need? More war. We have to wait for goblins for that. Maybe he needs to see it. Is he eating somewhere else? Good question. I'm not entirely sure. Do you think throwing him into a military squad and then demanding he walk into his dining room would work? Maybe we'll have to take some time to just specifically follow Goblin for a little while and determine what the heck he's doing. But right now, I'm turning my attention back over here to our pump stack. So we want to go down with one. So if I am on this side, this is the side that's dumping. Yeah, dump here, dump here, dump here, so on. Closed on the opposite side. The dump side is the side that needs to be open. Open here. That means it's open on this side. That means we want the flooring right here, which I don't know that's going to let me build right now. I might have to wait. Yeah, I have to wait until they mine right here. So we'll just go ahead and wait a minute. Wait. After we reset up our commands for digging out our bedrooms here. Still just waiting. Still just waiting. Are you planning on making obsidian? We don't really need to make obsidian on this map. It's not high importance because there are several areas where we are able to dig out obsidian on these different floors. If I say dive in, you can see that's cobaltite. It's a little bit darker black. There are floors that have obsidian here already that I am able to just dig out, and I'm at something of 200 obsidian at the moment. I guess it's higher up with some of those obsidian deposits. If I pull back up to a higher level, that's cobaltite. Here we go. You can see obsidian along in here. A bunch of obsidian. As it applies on this previous floor. Obsidian. Obsidian. So we have areas where we're able to mine obsidian there without needing to make any. Because I have set up my fortress directly next to volcano. We've got plenty of obsidian already. You know my earlier comment about being scared of the winged lizard name was done. Being a winged lizard man would be great for me as an archer. You're even the captain of it. Cool. Hardcore. What sort of arrows do we have? Needs magnetite, pig iron bar, plump helmet spawn for planting, plant cloth, no water source for filling pond. Hang on. Let me check my well that's over here next to my hospital. Pretty cleared out on water at the moment. If I go back up to the surface or over to my farming area, fairly full with 4 at the moment. I wonder how well this will spread out then. if I open it up. Archers, aka the best heavy blunt weapon users in the game, smashes you with my crossbow. Ah! Alright, here's water pouring out. Getting a small bit of mud on the ground at least. That's barely anything though. Oh. Sad. Now we just have to wait for that to... Actually, it just says dusting of mud. Can I just instantly run over here? And then say... With construction, make dirt road? No? Okay, we'll just give it a minute then and see. Or even with just straight farmland? Construction? No, no. Workshop for the farm plot. It's been a little while. Aha! Change that, please. Slowly, I'll work that out. It would be a lot faster if my water area, I wasn't pulling from this well. But what I could do is on my aquifer floor, my water source area right here, what I could do is go up to 19 here and dig a well spot. And then I would be able to collect from there. Also, I think you need to smooth out the waterworks, or else you cover the mister with mud. Like, do you mean the entire path for it? Or do you mean the room where it's misting into? It doesn't make Dwarf sad, it just makes people waste time cleaning it. Yeah, and honestly, it makes it visually unappealing. I don't know, my mister's full of mud all the time. I don't know! I'm not entirely sure. We could attempt to have at least this final path right here smoothed out and see how it goes, but a little bit hard for... I could do a temporary burrow right here and set someone to smooth out this section specifically, or even setting our smooth command to be top priority here. And we smooth it all out. And we can see how this goes. Okay. Also now, because we've got this powered, we'll be able to check as we build down if all of our other pump stacks are being powered. So a way to double check to make sure it's all working properly. Alright, let's construct. Construction. Pump, pump, pump. Screw pump in opposite direction. No, I need to, it's not complete. I didn't build floor here. We need to hit... Alert? What is this alert for? Excuse me? Maybe it's a caravan coming in? Where's my allanite? Oh, ow. We also need to have it so that's flat on the opposite side too. So we need to maybe reopen this up so we can build a little floor point right here. I suppose this spot's temporarily fine because of the ramp right here. They are able to go down, up! Unless that says unusable. Maybe they won't. Guess we'll dig it out right here. Just in case. Find out if it's going to work. And Goblin! Waking back up. Hello! Uh-oh. Oh! This is the very first time that I have lost a dwarf. from a tree falling. Don't actually have him listed in here either. I just see chat marksman is fighting. So we don't even get any battle information about him and his death. It ate it. It probably is the somebody is fighting one. Well, that's unfortunate. Poor Manfred. Now we're gonna need a Manfred 2.0. And that also means we need a new woodcutter because Manfred was literally the only one! He was the only guy I had set for woodcutting. Maybe I'll go ahead and just repossess our chat milker, seeing as they're not assigned to anything else and they at least have some woodcutting skill, you know? Well, sad days for Manfred. Poor Manfred finally bit off a bit more of a tree than they could chew. Oh, just hire a beaver man. I don't know. I don't know that the beaver men would want to work for me. Especially because they can't visit. Well, chat milker, maybe. You're a woodcutter now. Congratulations. Chat. M is what we're looking for. M? Do I have it sorted by name? Is it? I think it's in reverse order. It makes it harder for me to search it. There we go. Chat milker, maybe. A renaming. Not chat milker. But. Team. I guess I should do all lowercase like your name. Team Manfred. But we need to make a variation now. Because this is the second one. How do we modify it? What kind? Just... Do you have a preference, Manfred? Do you just want to be V2? Manfred the 2? It probably fell into another tree. Honestly, with how densely those trees were placed, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the trees fell onto another tree, knocking down some of the branches and knocking the wood down on top of Manfred, killing him. I guess trees do make a sound when they fall. It's a scream of anguish. Saying. Zweifred? I can do that. To Manfred. It's whatever Manfred wants. Since it is his dwarf, he is the one that gets to name it. Team Mantry. That'd be another way to change it. But again, Manfred has said Zweifred, so unless... Zwei is 2 in German. And if that's what you're happy with, that's what you want, I hit enter. You've been selected. Welcome. Hopefully you don't walk out there and instantly get crushed by a tree. Good luck. And Goblin has ended a mandate. What mandate did he end? Check. He ended the ban on crowns. He's still demanding some pewter statues in his dining room, though. We go over to our statues over here, or our work areas. I am looking. We'll go ahead and use this other Magma Forge person where we've just got chat multi-talented over here and say, hey, yeah, sure, let's have you make a couple of statues, fine pewter statues. Since Goblin, you're here now, is there anything specific you want statues of? It's about time to sell crowns. We've become hoarders. Maybe if someone wasn't constantly demanding I make them. What? Is there any specific statue you want? The buckets! Oh. I wonder if I can choose an existing one. Not in here. Relate to a civilization or other group, site, or historical figure. What I can do, I think, specifying a new image, choosing object, Guess artifact won't be in here. I was thinking that maybe I could use my specific named bucket. Oh, I can. I can. Okay. The creamy container of goo. Here is your image of an electrum bucket. Oh yeah, Goblin missed the pants grablin too. We made a statue of a goblin torturing a pair of trousers, and the trousers are contorted unnaturally. And we named it Pants Grasp. And we're making 1 billion of those statues. Is there anything you want your electrum bucket to be doing? Or anything else with your electric bucket? Like, do you want your bucket to be cringing? Do you want it to be contemplating? Do you want it to be burning? We've got flayed, mutilated, shot, tortured, burning, contemplating, cooking, cringing, dead, engraving, falling, fetal position, laboring, laughing, plaintive gesture, submissive gesture, melting, praying, screaming, smeared out into a spiral, striking a menacing pose, striking a triumphant pose, suffering, traveling, unnaturally contorted, weeping, withering away, looks confused, dejected, offended, or terrified. Is there anything you want with your bucket, Goob? Or do you want it just boom, bucket? Triumphant pose? Got it. The electrum bucket is striking a triumphant pose. Is there anything else that you need in here? More? All good. Satisfied? Happy? With your 1 bucket? That's all? Got it. Now I just have to get it to go back. Delete aardvark. Except then it won't let me exit, and I have to put something else in again. I don't know why it doesn't put me back. I'm afraid to right-click, because I'm afraid it's going to kick me out. There we go. Okay, right-clicking is totally fine. Sometimes you right-click with these... Because I'm thinking of the craft window, where they have a specific back button, and if you right-click at that point, it just closes the entire window. So you have to specifically click back. So I'm, like, dangerously thinking if it does this same thing here. Done. Here comes your electrum bucket, being made into a fine pewter statue. Oh, look at that. The Axe-Lord Steven's getting attached to his shield. Adorable. Oh, look, Chat Marksman is hunting. Oh, Chat Marksman improved their archery. But it wasn't very satisfying. They didn't care that they got better with archery. It's nothing to them. Oh. Damp stone located? Really? That close? Damn. I kind of wish I found that sooner. Can I dig around it? Can I make it up to this area? I don't really want 4 ones. Can I change that to 4? Thank you. Okay, perfect. We'll leave that lower damp stone and see if I can go up. Why doesn't he just marry the shield? Good question. I'm not sure why he doesn't just marry that shield. And now Goblin's demanding... What do you want, Goblin? Bolts? Hey, I'm not opposed to that. Hey, over here, where we're making our large serrated iron disc, let's add in bolt. Iron bolt. 3, please. Enter. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's the old Manfred. That's what it's telling us. They're saying, uh-oh. Oops. We found crushed Manfred over here. Our bolt storage is running low? I look at you suspiciously. I don't know if I believe you. I look over at our stocks. At our... Ammunition of 11,000. And our 253 iron bolts. Are you sure we're running low? Are you sure our stock supplies aren't looking great? By the way, there's a bunch of iron bolts just lying around on the map places. The easiest way to make it so they'll go out and collect it is to just lock the entire header section and then unlock it. And then that will unforbid everything on the map and you don't have to go hunt them down. You need at least 3 more? Technically, it's at least 75 more, because if you make 1 stack of metal bolts, that translates to 25 apiece, so it's 25 times 3 for a total of 75. I peek at the were-lizards! Look at them! Oh, they're all friends now! They're waving to each other again, they're saying hi, they're hanging out. Oh, what a bunch of pals! Oh look, we've made it! I'm paused so frequently. We're finally through. Finally saving for early spring. It feels like I get so caught up in these little minute details of me hopping around, pausing so long, and then finally, we make it through the season. Spring begins. We'll be able to chop down proper larch trees soon. Hopefully, not having Manfred's wife, Fred, killed again by falling tree. Oh no! Both of our giant animals got killed. We had, on one of our earlier raids, the giant key was killed, and actually I think the stray possum might have just died from old age. Because there's no blood anywhere, and we're just now getting the notification. Sad. Unfortunate. Rest in peace, giant opossum. I'm going to miss them, especially since we never managed to get them a mate. Well, what can you do? Oh, look! That's a masterpiece copper statue of a goblin. Emily has just made a masterpiece pants grasp. Excellent job, Emily. It's just still the tree notification. Okay. Did we make it? God dang it, we're so close, though. Do you think I can inch below it? Why are you making statues of goblins? You got timed out there, Healbot, so you know, just because you said sussy, we have a chat filter on words that end in ussy, so you got timed, or your message got deleted because of it, but you're all good. We're making statues of goblins because they are goblins that are doing a pants grab. That's why. That's what they are. But, by the way, hello, welcome. Check your mood. Oh my god. This is all damp. Come on, we can make it. What's a way we can work it through? We can sneak in there, I know it. Oh no, I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. It's totally fine. You're all good. Aha! Oh. Okay, maybe we can make it up through here. I guess I don't need to have it precisely in this location. As long as I can get it a well somewhere along this area here, then we're fine. Dank tunnels. Yeah, and do you want to see your mood? You want to see how you feel about this, Emily? Making your first masterpiece statue? We looked, you had huge grin on your face. Big grin, look at that. Emily is so happy. We look over at her. A high master blacksmith now. Not just a master. Thinking about, being inebriated. Empathy, remembering discussing a child's problems. Pleasure near a fine furnace. Sleeping in bedroom, satisfied at work. I don't think you've thought at all about the fact that you made that masterpiece. You just say, that's typical for me, high master blacksmith. So you don't even think about it. You do feel better after getting into an argument, though, and annoyed after after having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug. Finally, I'm doing my life's greatest work. I've never been better at carving pants being contorted. I do have mugs, Pluto, but currently I'm working on encrusting them all. All mugs must be encrusted, which I think I might actually be done with all of them now. If I go over to my stocks at this point, and head on over to our goblet section. Okay, our quartzite mugs are not. But the goblets, oh no, we still have goblets that haven't been encrusted yet. Still working on them. Still working our way through. Aha, yeah, they're in our encrust pile. Desire to encrust. Here. It's because I was on this sock sitting here, and it was throwing me off. You can see all of my mugs here, waiting to be encrusted still. There are also some quartzite mugs as well, but they're not on the focus, because you can see the encrust finished goods. Maybe that isn't specified. Regardless, we have to wait. Wait. Look at this. This copper statue of a goblin got masterfully encrusted. This is an exceptional copper statue of a goblin. The item is a rendition of Pants Grasp, an image of a goblin into trousers. Goblin contorting the trousers, trousers unnaturally contorted. The image was commissioned by us, a local dwarven government. It is encrusted with masterfully worked baguette cut brown zircons. Brown? Brown zircons? Is Ponroko doing a little bit of a Cruzgo, sorry. Cruzgo's the jump setter. Is Cruzgo pranking them and making them brown as if he's pooping? Brown pants? Oh no! Be sure to put a bin for all the cups and drink piles, backseating voice. I actually do have those generally set up. Here we go. Right now, though, they're empty because I have all of the... I think I'm gonna have to double check the quartzite mugs, but I have all of them removed from here right now because I'm trying to encrust them. And they won't get encrusted because of my pull settings. Unless I set it to grab from here too, which would be kind of obnoxious because of the walking distance they'd have to take to grab every time they want to encrust. So I'd rather not have them do that. I will double check my quartzite mug stacks though. Are those all in the to be encrusted pile too? Actually, this mug that we're looking at specifically is being carried by Versiday, so I guess it's a little bit of an exception in this case. So let me try another mug. This mug. Okay, this one, see? Desire to encrust. It doesn't look like all of the mugs are in here, as said previously. Just some of them. We'll have to just wait a little bit longer, continue working on encrusting, being generally patient. Because when we make stockpiles, we can't distinguish between items that have been encrusted and those that have not. Unless we got a mod for it. I know there are mods. Stone located. Oh! We're so close, though. Where's our singular line? Right here? Okay. This will work. We're going to make our well right here. I go to my craft options. We go to machines. We can't do it immediately. We have to channel down first. And then we can make our well. Construct machines well here. Make it, I'm gonna make it a glass well, because why not? And then I'm going to use one of the applewood buckets. We'll go ahead and use one of our normal ropes, and then one of our alunite mechanisms, and there we go. Why is there a sock? Do they dunk it into the ale and slurp it out of the sock? It's... What's happened is that a dwarf wearing this destroyed, poor condition sock realized that Versidae had some new, fresh, clean, wonderful socks made up and said, I want one of those! Yanked the sock off their foot, threw it on the ground, and ran to go get a new one. The dwarves do that a lot. Do you have a bunch of yarn cloth available to use? I've been waiting to use my giant spider silk for any cloth making until I have higher clothing skills. So that way all of the giant spider cave silk is made into masterwork clothing pieces for maximum dwarven happiness. Ooh, piping hot socks fresh off of the loom. Yeah. Guess I'll go ahead and make a couple of woolen items since I have wool available. Go ahead, let's make something made out of yarn. I'm not sure what's most optimal right now. Do you think mittens? Probably not. What do people want around here? Maybe some dresses? Maybe a couple dresses? Maybe some new pants? People do like grabbing pants around here. Do we have any pieces of leather? Do we have any leather prepared? We've got tan hide constantly looping. And we do have a bunch of, though, several pieces that are broken. Also, like, there's this large minecart hanging out right here. Probably from an area we destroyed earlier. Hats! You always forget the hats! I'm trying to prioritize main garment pieces first so everyone can ditch everything that's broken right now. You know, because you might have a really fancy, nice made hat on, but what happens when your shirt breaks? Then you'd be walking around in a pair of pants, topless, with a hat. So I'm trying to prioritize it. Oh, look! Shrek has become attached to his steel battle axe. Powerful. I like that. I love to see that. Are we making more fancy steel items? Because I do have more steel available. Do all of my dwarves have steel weaponry equipped? Check equipment. We look, say, at chat in military. What do you have in your items? In your hand, just a normal iron spear? Ugh. Oh, look at that. We've got a couple of elves coming in here wanting to trade. Alright, elves, let's go ahead and move some items over to the depot here. I'm not seeing ammunition listed. That means it's probably in a bin. Important to note, do not bring the elves any of my clothing pieces in case they get upset. We're going to focus on iron ammunition pieces if possible. Sort by price. Finished goods, though. Oh, what is expensive in here that's making this 17k? Oh my god. It's fucking glass goblets, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. These glass goblets are way more impressive than I realized. I'm going to have to make more of them. I might dump out and remove all of our quartzite and replace everything with these encrusted glass goblets. It's really all in the gemstone though. Because you can see these normal glass goblets over here, 30 a piece. Oh, it's all in the gemstone. It's all in the gemstone. It would be great if I could find where my iron bolts are, though. In this bin, I can see it's just a whole bunch of wood bolts. I don't know why this bin is worth so much, because everything looks to be under 100k. 1k, if I can actually speak correctly. Same case here, just a bunch of wood bolts, no good. This one just has a bunch of iron bars, useless, no iron here either, not expensive. Here's a gem bin, skipping over that. I want to hoard all of my gems for encrusting purposes. I can export some of these crowns though. I don't need all of these crowns. We do also have some crutches. I made these crutches extra fancy so that if we have anyone that gets injured and needs them, they can walk around with a very fancy crutch. Though that might also slow them down because they're heavier, but I like them more. Armor. Skipping armor bins because I want to keep everything that's fancy in them. Don't want to use any of my bars either. Here's finished goods. Looks mostly like it is just a whole bunch of clothing pieces. Bar. Leather! Not good for elves. Armor, ammo! Here we go. Wood. As we have to dig through our what? Thousands of wooden bolts in order to find anything that's made out of iron? One day. Those are more bars. Ammo! No. Bar. Cloth. Here's more ammo. Iron? This is exactly what I did last time too, where I was trying to figure out where the hell all of my iron bolts were at, and it was just a whole lot of wood. More wood. Wood. The last time someone got attached to an item, you called it cute, but it's Shrek's item? What? Him getting attached is cute. I would love it if the elves screamed at you for those 2 trees you cut down. Imagine. Especially after it killed somebody. They would probably point and say, aha, you deserved it. Look, I found 3 iron arrows. Wow, truly the future is now. I found what I was looking for. 3 iron bolts. Wow. More bars. Cloth, bar, leather, cloth, leather, armor, ammo! Okay. So many. It wouldn't be so bad, but the elven caravan where I'm at is significantly better than my dwarven one. The dwarves come by with just a bunch of food, and that's pretty much it. The dwarves here suck. They're so bad. If I want to actually get anything, I need to rely on the elves, so it would be really great not to make them unhappy. So I have to be careful what I'm trading with. Oh, silver crutch, good for bashing enemies. You know, fair point, Healbot. So now if anyone is injured hauling around their silver crutch and they get suddenly attacked, boom, they can just smack the guy over the head with their crutch. Defensive purposes. The dwarves never get to drink because you keep replacing the mugs before they're perfect. The year is 1212. I've gone 100 years without a cup. I make yet another exquisite cock bulge in these grass pants. My mastery of forging peaked ages ago. My dear son, Ursula Minor, tells me it's time to retire. Pass the forge unto him. A single tear falls from my face. I'm so thirsty. I was commenting on the fact that you phrased Shrek's attachment very differently. It was funny. Gotcha. Okay. The dwarves bring wagons and more items once you're a barony. Before then, they always bring doo-doo. Well, this is the most doo-doo I've ever had a dwarven caravan be. Because one, I have never had wagons brought to my fortresses, because I've never made them baronies. But this is the only fortress where the dwarves exclusively just have brought me crops. At least in other files, they will have brought me more variety. Not here. Not here. Aha! A couple of iron arrows in this ammo bin. We found some of them iron, copper, silver. Too bad they're worth fucking nothing. I'm honestly gonna bring them over here though, because then I can just sell them and then make better, higher quality arrows, which impact how much damage I can do with them. The quality of your ammo makes your hits more powerful. The quality of your bow makes them more accurate. So I want to get rid of my lower quality arrows too, honestly. I see this one has a bunch of arrows in it. Get rid of low quality bolts, get rid of low quality arrows, replace with better versions. I need my worker, my one guy that I had assigned already with all of those armor pieces. I'm pretty sure I was trying to get him either stronger with weapon making, or he used to be and just has gotten rusty. Okay. I think we're gonna have to bring down our mugs or our gemstones for trading purposes because we don't have much that's worth a lot otherwise. So I guess I'll go ahead and say, hey, do you want some of these goblets? And hey, do you want some of these gems? Doing the best I can. Just drink out of your hands, you coward! I'm a goddamn Grandmaster. I deserve better than this. You are the same filth like me and every other dwarf. Mayor's decree! Forge come the finest material for the Grandmaster. They are very thirsty, thank you. We'll have it. I'll make a dining room specifically for Emily, and I will take one of my best mugs and put it in there for her. She's trading away our best mugs before we even get to drink out of them. To the god. Forsaken elves. I know that one. Yep. I smile happily, knowing that's where they're going. Is there anything else I want to sell? These crowns are worth nothing. It doesn't even matter that Goblin at a time had told me, don't sell the crowns, because look at their price. They're not worth it. Doors, earrings, fish, floodgates, footwear, grates. There's nothing. Why sell any of this? It's all trash. And I can't sell it to the elves anyway because they hate them. Okay. We'll just go with what I've picked here and leave it. See how it goes. We've got 5 bins being brought over. Riot. Dwarf Fortress! Twitch integration with exclamation point riot. If only you could. But you can't. Sticks tongue out at Emily. Meh. But they're crowns. Oh. Yeah, but I think most of them were just made out of stone, so not particularly impressive or anything. Do we have any eggs in any of these boxes? It doesn't look like it. Wrong time of year for eggs, I'd say. And I guess we'll also go ahead and call Goblin over. Come on, Goblin! Come on, come on! Come on, boy! That's me whistling. Come on, Goblin! Don't you want to trade? You want to go meet the elves? You want to come over here and do a little bit of trading? You can grab those beautiful glass goblets that are all encrusted and sell them straight on over to the elves. I know you want to. A crown for every dwarf? I might. That would be pretty good, but I can't I don't think I can force dwarves to wear items unless they're nobility, in which case I can say, hey, this thing right here is your sign, and in which case I can. There was a Twitch Plays Dwarf Fortress running at some point. I guess that's as close as you can get, where you read people's chat messages to interpret into dwarven commands. That would be fun, making a demand for your streamer with bits channel points. That would be pretty good. I demand copper paints grab. I could even make it as Welly comments a points for a demand or maybe more. Yeah, where you and chat use your channel points and then say, I want this type of thing made. I demand a Brewers Guild. Grab, I can't do anything for you. I can't have guilds be made like that. I have to wait for the dwarves to set them up. I don't get the choice, man. Dude, I'm crying. We've got our whale present here now. I'm also now then going to erase all of this digging area because I don't need it anymore. Though that now is something I would like to keep in mind that's present there that I could use in the future should I need more water area. As I pause, I'm looking. I'm checking around. Are my dwarves now filling out this spot here more with more water? Or did I tell them to stop? No, it's still here. Okay. Maybe they'll start bucketing it up from our new well water source. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, look! Were-lizard transformation time! Last night, I had a second dream after I woke up and posted my first dream. And in my second dream, I adopted a stray dog! I look over at our pet's livestock. I make stray dogs available as pet. Let's see if it happens in Dwarf Fortress. Will Emily grab one of the animals out here and take them up as a pet? We'll go ahead and make a bunch of the puppies available. Will they be grabbed? Undetermined currently. We also are in desperate need of a new cat supply because we have one. We have one cat for vermin. It is not a good situation. Let's... Goblin, where are you? I think he ran off to get a drink, or has just been inside this entire time and making a huge walking haul down here, because it is a long walk. There's a frog hanging out right there. Oh, cute. Ah, there he is! Yay! Hi, Goblin. Alright, time for trading. They brought seeds. I think they got mad at us. I think the last time they came by, after trying to trade them things they didn't like, they got mad and said, no, frick you. We're just bringing you fruit. That kind of sucks. So I guess what I'm going to do here is just give them some of our old arrows or bolts for this first batch of trading. Silver, copper, iron. Get rid of our singular ones too. Copper arrows can go. High emphasis on copper arrows because we can't use those. We can only use bolts. So anything that says arrow, useless. Get rid of it. We don't want it. Yeah, throw them all out. Does that cover them all up? Is that all of our ammunition? Okay. Then in addition to that, we'll give them one of our crowns. And we'll give them this expensive crutch. And then we will trade. And then in addition to that, we're going to take one of our fancy mugs here. Not our most expensive mug. So I guess this 29 one right here. And we're going to offer it as a gift. Hopefully now, the next time they come by, they'll be happier with us and bring us better stuff. Well, alright, Goblin. You did what you needed to. You traded. You can head back. There he goes. Hate to see a crown go. Oh. Say it. Uh-oh, grizzly bear? Pardon me? Attacking dog out here? No! Grizzly bear, stop! Where are they? Lock on. Here they are, running around outside. Oh, heck. Oh, jeez. Should I go and pull my entire party of archers? I'm mildly concerned about what they're wearing and running out here and dying to bear, so I'm going to grab both of my other teams and tell them to attack bear. Go. Lock on to bear. We follow the bear. What will bear do? Bear, just kind of grouchy because it was raining recently and they don't like being wet. They approach the they're scared! They're getting attacked by dog again! They fight with dog, but the grizzly bear, more powerful than dog. Attacks and runs away. Uh-oh! Uh-oh, here come the military dwarves! Ah! There's the bear. The bear's dead now. Bye, bear. Mutilated and deceased. Taken care of. And with dead bear is now going to be the time where we end stream for today. Hitting that a 4-hour point. We'll return to Dwarf Fortress next week. I will continue working on our Mr. system, build that up more. What else did we need to do? Do other little side work pieces off stream too. Yeah, 4 hours already. The dwarven time flies by. It almost... Every weekday becomes Dwarf Stream. I push just chatting out the window and grab Dwarf Fortress and slap it down in its place. And then it's just Dwarf Fortress all the time, except on the weekends. Whoa! Did you say Dwarf Hentai? Dwarfen time. That does sound similar though. Oh no. What, you have D&D on Thursday? It's okay, well, you don't have to worry about time conflicts. I am just doing a little bit of a tease. Wednesday is going to continue as the only dwarf time right now. So, for now, thank you everybody for coming on to watch. Thank you for those who have resubscribed as well as for the bits. It is all very appreciated. Dwarfen time is one of my favorite times, and I play it off stream to get it prepared for next time. And then I get stopped by Vile Fortress, and then I have to wait because I don't want chat to miss the attackers. I gotta see the fight. You gotta see the fight. Now we're ending the stream. Bye-bye!